want to basically share that I had amazing time with Reset by Design Wellness in Bali. I know you probably seen all of the pictures, all of the videos on social media with Bondy. Um, that was a great experience. I just want to encourage you that if you're still on the fence about going on the trip, just do it. I was one of those ones who was kind of hesitant because I didn't know what to expect. I was scared of traveling by myself. But to be honest, the only regret I have is not doing it soon enough. Meeting all the ladies, everyone was welcoming. They welcomed me with open arms. They were extremely inviting. Everything was wonderful. Ty is amazing. She was very personable, easy to talk to. Any problems that you had or any questions or concerns, she was there and willing to help to make the experience comfortable for each individual. I just want to say thank you to Bondy, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to attend the trip, because I probably wouldn't even know about it. Sakina, thank you for your words of wisdom. I always have them with me. And to anyone who needs a reset and you want to go on this trip, don't hesitate any longer. Just book the trip. Don't wait on your friends. You need this trip for you. Like, your friends will see you and they'll want to come later, but you need this for you. And I hope to see you on another retreat, because this definitely will not be my last retreat attending. And hope to see you soon. Bye.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey, y'all. Happy holidays, everybody. It has been a really cute Christmas. Okay, hold up. Gotta put on my little lip balm that my little cousin gave me for Christmas. Girl, let me show y'all the video before we get into the topics, because it's a few things that I got saved that I want to talk to y'all about. Um, but before we get into that, I do want to show y'all the little video I put together from Christmas with my family yesterday. Uh, that's not what I wanted to show y'all. Don't worry about that. It was supposed to be on Instagram. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all see, this is everybody who's at my mom's, okay? And I can't play the music because y'all know copyright. But my cousin Matoki came up with the idea to do $5 below gifts for everybody. Like, you buy 13 of something $5 or below. And that's what everybody would get. Everybody would get the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, look at this is my Auntie Toki. My Auntie Toki gonna snatch, okay? My Auntie Toki, listen, that's the most dangerous person at the table, okay? And Lyric did really good. Lyric got everybody these Bluetooth shower speaker lamps, which I love, and I cannot wait for him to put the one that we got in the bathroom. But this is me, with my family, because we always play cards because we love playing pity pat. So at some point we gonna have, we play pity pat. Girl, I was in my, my eggshell. You heard me. We was real cute. That's my mom and my sister, my husband, my nephew. Okay, my niece and my two cousins that are more like my big sisters, and my aunt that's like a second mom to me, and my mom in her gold shirt. Okay, child, we had a good time. I got that. Look, I got that nigga smiling. Still over there. He don't never want to smile on the pictures because now he be, he a teenager. He got girlfriends and shit. So now this nigga don't want to smile in the pictures. That's ridiculous. Okay. But anyway, we had a really great time. All of the, everybody came with like a cute little gift. Of course, y'all, why my mom look at my cousin face. The reason why my cousin is making his face is because my mom did not listen. Neither one of our moms listened. They mama didn't listen and my mama didn't listen. So what my mama did was like put a little bag together with a whole bunch of stuff. that might have been $5 or below. So we had lotion, makeup wipes, little gloves, little lip stuff, all in the bag together. It was really, really cute, right? And then my auntie Toki, she said, "This from Texas." I said, "What the hell that mean? It's from Texas." That must have mean she got it for the low. But T Toki got us lotion, but Bath and Body Works lotion, y'all. And Bath and Body Works lotion is more than $5. And she got us all, hand lotions, and then somebody got us socks. We, got hyaluronic face mask. Yeah. And then my mom went through the trouble of making sure that Lyric had like a little bag with stuff just for him. So he got a bunch of stuff. And I'm sure she got something for Kingston too, for my nephew. Of course, my nephew gets stuff all the time. And it was fun. It was a good time. I always have a good time with my family. Shout out to them. I love them. Shout out to them. The reason why I think I'm so good at arguing with people is because of them. It's because of them. Okay, y'all. It's so much stuff to get into. But it was Christmas, right? It was Christmas. And we had a good time. I hope y'all had a good time. People again, it's Christmas, and people lose their minds. Like, we celebrate because it's the time of the year. Like, it's the end of, we might as well be celebrating solstice as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I just care about, specializing the time, spending time together, eating food, making sure we get, making sure everybody feels loved and thought of. And yeah, like anytime me and my family come together, it's a holiday for me. So I look at holidays like, this is time to spend time with all of my family, all of us come together. Like, that's just what it is. All of that other shit is irrelevant to me. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. So the Christianity part of this, and this is why I can't fool with y'all. Okay. I love you for real, but I can't fool with you, girl. Okay. And the reason why is because y'all have shit like this going on. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all can bring up that motherfucking Ethiopian Bible all y'all want to. The Ghanaians are not Ethiopian. They are West African. Okay. And even though a large amount of their population was not put into slave trade, they still live next to slave castles. Okay. I've been in Ghana. Okay. I've been there. They don't know what the fuck going on around them. Okay? I'm sorry to say it like that, but no, like literally the people that live in a village that's close to the slave castles, all they know how to do is to come and get money from the tourists. But the people inside the building said they really don't have the education of what was happening or like here and around them. Like they, they don't understand it all the way. And it's because they live in their own lives and they not worrying about it. All they know is, in Quincy Wocha, white devil, and I understand. But this shit right here, this is a part of the problem because y'all be gone. Y'all be out of there, right? Ghanaian prophet tells crowds who can't, and I was watching this nigga before. Okay. I saw the story before. And then I knew when Christmas came, I was like, oh, I wonder how that's gonna play out. You swipe and you keep on going. Child, he said that he talked to the Lord and the Lord gave him more time. Now, when he talked to the Lord last time, the Lord said the world was going to end and he was building a motherfucking ark because of it. Y'all, look at all of these people. Look at all of these people, y'all. Can you imagine how bringing all of these people to the same spot at the same time might have caused some issues? Like, this is a large amount of people. There could have been a stampede. Anything could happen to people. Children get kidnapped. People get assaulted. Like, whenever there's a large group of niggas, anything can happen. I don't care what anybody's talking about. I know y'all love to think that, large groups of women are just as dangerous as large groups of men, but you can't prove that to me just yet. You cannot prove that to me just yet, okay? So this just looks like y'all really went up there to get on an ark with a nigga, and now you may have put yourself in harm's way. This is insane. This is the man, y'all. This is the man that they listen to.
Prayed. I have fasted.
That's another thing. I'm tired of y'all with this fucking fasting. Every hotep, I think I know something, but I don't like reading books, nigga. I know. It's telling you about how you gotta fast. Let me tell y'all something. Going without food does not mean you get clarity. It means you are starving your body for nutrients. I don't know why y'all think y'all get so much clarity when y'all stop fucking eating. Can you explain to me why the poor and the starving have not been able to get out of being poor and starving if not eating is all you need to do to get the clarity of mind to make the decisions you need to make? That don't make no fucking sense. When y'all, I don't know what it is, but to me, I feel like it is a luxury. It is a luxury. It is an American or a Western mindset to have towards something you deem natural or, more connected to our original form, whatever you want to call it. But hoteps are always trying to, go get history. Like we should still be living like that or some shit, even though they don't really understand it. They don't have a clear, smart perspective on any of the shit that's happened, but they develop these ideals about how they should be moving in their life. And I promise you, every person that I'm not going to say every, but most of the people that I have talked to that do this fasting shit, nothing changes in their lives. They're still the same manipulative motherfuckers after they starve themselves and before.
I have donated and I have built.
Right. Depriving your brain does not help you think. The fuck is y'all talking about? B. Simone head ass. First of all, look at the way he looking at the camera. This nigga makes me nervous. I can't believe y'all trusted him.
Through my prayers, I got another vision. And in the vision, when you look at the number of people coming all over the country, all over the world into the ark, the expansion of the ark couldn't contain them. After the intercession, God has given us some time to build more arks in addition to the 10 that will contain all of us. So please.
So now he want to build more arks for more people. And y'all are not even thinking this through. So all of y'all who don't know each other are going to get on huge boats made by a nigga that looks like he might be on something.
Ghana.
And it looks like a lot of women. A lot of women. Y'all, the minds of the women. The minds of the women, man. Sometimes the minds of the women are so gone. And I'm getting to this point in my life where it's like, this is the only space that I could help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could try to talk to y'all. I could try to learn as much as I can, come to y'all with what I know, disseminate information. This is the best I can do, okay? Because when I tell y'all, I have got, it's like you got to take your hands off it. You really have to just be like, if that's what you think is best for you. If that's what you think is best for you. No, for real, because that's what this automatically made me think of. Like when the Superdome, when Hurricane Katrina happened, the horror stories, yes. When immigration, when they throw all of them people in the fucking jail together, and what happens to children and women in spaces like that with a whole bunch of men that nobody knows. Like, it's dangerous for you and your children, for you to take them to be in a situation that you don't know is safe with a whole bunch of motherfuckers that you don't know. Not like this. This is not safe. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, y'all. There's a lot of people carrying their shit on their head to go and get on this nigga's boat, and now they all gotta walk back. And it's mostly women, and that's so sad.
Yeah, before 25th.
Because those women, because their minds are warped and they're looking for some man to come and save them. Because that's literally what this is. Y'all looking for a man to come save y'all, and some scammy ass nigga with a terrible haircut showed up and gave y'all that. And so now y'all are going to, believe in your illusions, your delusions, right? And you're going to go to an ark with your children. You're going to go to a fucking boat with your children. And this is why I be like, turn the pussy over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all that care more about these men and whatever little fairy tale shit you trying to, project outward into the world. Because that's a lot of women. A lot of women are piecing together some type of fairy tale image for themselves. And everything they do is about piecing together that image, and they don't think about anything else. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't weigh it. And so to me, like seeing so many women with their children going to this space, not knowing what can happen to their children or to them behind a motherfucking religion, a religion, something that has been proven to be something that's used to control people and not for their benefit. Yeah, very disorganized. Like, where are they going to sleep? And then being on the boat, y'all know how uncomfortable huge ass wooden boats would feel? The heat that would get trapped inside of like all I'm like, oh my God. The arc is 80% done, and you to get here before the 25th. The Ghanaian man Eno Noah, who earlier claimed God will destroy the world in 3 to 4 years of continuous rain, has revealed progress on his mission. And I bet you y'all thought this would be real because that fucking movie on Netflix. Well, guess what? That was a simulation too.
December, 25th December. I said, listen to what I'm saying. I said 25th December is going to rain. It's going to rain. And this rain is going to last for 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 years, 4 years. We are going to be in the ark.
This is him dancing in the ark, y'all. This looks like a slave ship. Oh. Yo. Yo. Like, yo, look at this. Like, 80%? The bottom is 80%? Oh my God, this person is completely nuts. He prayed and fasted, and God has given us some time. Bro, he didn't tell you that. What time is there? Did they all make it on the ark? I ain't even mad with him. I'm mad with all the dumb asses for following him. Religion has done a number on us, I tell you. Why would you play with them people like that? The audacity to play with God, bruh. I think that we should be blaming everybody involved. The women for being so stupid, cause my God, like, but then also I think this idea that we blame people for being stupid instead of blaming the people that's taking advantage of them is a problem in our society. That's just my opinion on that. But that, girl, Merry Christmas. That what was going on with them. Okay. I'm not going in any particular order. So, forgive me if it's not, you know. Let me see. Child, I guess just to go ahead and bring it up. Jordine Pauline pissing people off again. Pauline first made headlines after hold up, is seemingly revealing what she wants for Christmas this year. Okay. This year for Christmas, I just want apologies. Drake redemption. Well, that's not a good sign. You're posting Drake? My God. But I forget the situation that you are in is because you don't have like good discernment, obviously. Okay. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not blaming her for what happened to her because, but also like being around a group of niggas like that, like as a woman, you like, as you get older, you should be learning that you can't just be around groups of niggas all the time. Like, it's just not safe for you. And they will slut you out. They will slut you out. Like, they would, the you know what I'm saying? The dream and the hope of the nigga is to slut you out in when they're in large groups because they have to be validating the bullshit in groups, right? In groups they gotta suck each other's dicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? And how they suck each other's dick is by humiliating you to please one another. Like that's what they be out there doing. So you have when they're in groups, y'all. I'm just saying, like when they're in groups, I have not met a group of men yet that I found were not problematic. And I'm talking about I don't care how much money they make. I don't care how educated they are. If you are a group of 3 or more men in a friend group, I am going to automatically question your friend group because most of y'all are gonna be like followers. Then you're gonna have the nigga that's the loudest, right? And then you'll be lucky if there's a nigga with sense in there somewhere, okay? But ultimately, most groups of men are groups of men that validate each other in each other's bullshit, but then also help protect each other when when things get rough. Okay, you got to have a brotherhood of men that can come to your aid to keep you from assault allegations. You know what I'm saying? And when you notice a large group of men like that, girl, you gotta be careful. Pack of wolves. Yes. Yes. Okay. Um, these niggas are not safe. Okay. You gotta move around. You can't be with groups of large groups of niggas, girl. You can't. It's not safe. But she said, so she posted this last laugh, but I got the last laugh, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she posted this. Um, and then we talked about this. Like we talked about this. So she's posting stuff and people are really upset about it. Um, people are now, remember I told y'all about that white girl? I think I told y'all, I think we talked about that people are now, saying, oh my God, she was doing too much. Like, why are you digging up everything on this guy? Because y'all are weirdos. Y'all are weirdos. Y'all are pick me ass weirdo bitches. And that's the weird ass shit y'all do. Make sure that at all times there's somebody out there to ensure the patriarchy is staying in place and punishing people that act outside of what they want, right? It's ridiculous. Ray J on Christmas, trying to make us feel sorry for him. Come listen.
Chilling at the crib. Just did my own Christmas tree.
I mean, technically, I am your homegirl.
Usually the kids
In a parasocial way.
here, the presents, and the whole vibe, but it's
You did this because you want us to feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't think those children should ever have to be around you again until they grow to become adults and they choose to. Outside of that, I don't think they should ever have to be around you again in their childhood. You are unstable. You are reckless. You are dangerous. And the fact that you have so many people in this world that will make excuses for you, that means you will continue to abuse people as long as you are allowed.
it's different times, man. I decorated the tree though last night.
Yeah. It's not lit. It's not lit.
Here's what it looked like before. And then that's what it looked like now.
Oh, is it just blue? It's just blue lights. Oh, okay. So basically, you don't know how to wrap a tree.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I don't. He said a lonely Christmas, no kids, no presents, no little feet running around, just a tree. What do the lonely do at Christmas? Oh, what do they do? What do they do at Christmas time? Okay, they spread their misery around because they want other people to be miserable. And trying to make other people feel miserable is trying to make them feel sorry for your lame ass. I don't feel sorry for him. Next case. Okay, let's move on. What else is going on here? I'm just gonna go down the list, girl. Ex NBA star Stefan Talar. Oh, wait. Hold up. Is this a Diddy story? Wait a minute, y'all. Let me see if I could get my Diddy intro in this bitch. Hold up.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Take that. All right. So what's it saying here with the diddler? All right. Former NBA guard Sebastian Telfair opened up just hours after his release from FCI Fort Dix, where he had been serving time for violating the terms of his supervised release, corrected to a healthcare fraud case. Okay. Non-violent, even though y'all see him. In his first interview since getting out, Sebastian spoke with TMZ about his experience, excuse me, being housed at the same detention center as Diddy, offering a shout out to the music mogul and noting that he is in good spirits. Sebastian went on to explain that he believes being locked up could ultimately help Diddy in the long run, pointing out that he had been living the rock star life and may need time to focus on himself. He's still Diddy, Sebastian said when asked to clarify what he meant. He added, Diddy gonna be Diddy, no matter where he at. Diddy gonna be Diddy. And for what's next, Sebastian shared that he's looking into getting a 9-to-5 job while also continuing his basketball career in the Big Three league. It's a shame that he has to do that. What the fuck going on with the Big Three people? Y'all not paying them people? I thought y'all hired them so that y'all could start a new league and pay them people. If he got to get a 9-to-5 and commit fraud, y'all ain't paying them people. See what we mean? It's always problems. Y'all can't pay the lady. Pay the lady. Pay the lady. Why y'all can't never pay people? That man said, hold up. I just want to go back right quick. Sebastian went on to explain that he believed being locked up could ultimately help Diddy in the long run, pointing out that he had been living the rock star life and may need to focus on himself. Here's the thing. He was always focusing on himself. His problem is he's a fucking predator. And he seeks to exploit and harm people he comes into contact with. I don't get why that's being lost upon everybody that thinks that a 60-something-year-old sexual deviant predator nigga could possibly be reformed. Niggas that's almost in their 60s don't reform. I don't know if y'all know that or not. They don't reform. They are who they are. They used to be really good at hiding it. The older they get, the less they are good at hiding it. Sebastian looks like somebody that Diddy might have wanted to fuck. I don't know. It's kind of pretty to me. Light skin. Got a little baby hair and shit. Yeah. Okay. Listen. Look like he might have a pretty mouth. Yeah. Diddy's Diddy. Okay, Diddy's Diddy, everybody. Don't forget. Did he fuck you, Sebastian? That's the question everybody wants to know. Did he fuck you? That's what we all want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, did he fuck you? We have another clip from, what's that nigga Brian McKnight's son, Brian McKnight Jr., talking about how terrible of a nigga Brian McKnight is. Somebody sent me this, but I think we watched this already. So I'm not about to play this clip. That was next in line. Let's see. We talked about that. Lizzo had thoughts on Nicki Minaj. And as somebody in the industry that apparently is letting us know that niggas ain't getting paid the way they used to, let me hear.
So I'm getting texts like about Nicki, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. Then, I researched and saw what was going on. And I'm going to say it like this. Celebrities' opinions of other celebrities does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So my opinion of her does not matter. But what I will tell you is you're about to see an influx of people who see that it is more profitable and more beneficial to join that side. You're going to see it. It already started, and it's going to continue. This is his first year. This is Trump's first year as president. We got 3 more years of people who are going to surprise you. And it's going to hurt your feelings and it's going to disappoint you. And you have to know that, like, there's money behind everything. There are privileges behind every move people in these positions make. And I'm not surprised. So I'm getting texts like about Nicki, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. Then, I researched and saw what was going on. And I'm going to say it like this. Celebrities' opinions of other celebrities does not.
Okay. So I understand where she's coming from. There are a lot of people online that often say that in, 15 years, that's what they say a lot, 15 years and 20 years, whatever, people will look back on this time and they will really be looking at people like, what the fuck were y'all thinking about? Like, really, what the fuck were you thinking about? And sometimes it has like a hopeful feeling to it, right? Because it means that, some generation is not going to be this fucking stupid, and they will understand that, you have to take care of children in order for children to not grow up fucked up into fucked up adults that we have to deal with. Like, this child abuse shit, like, I don't know. Cause I feel like it's the The child abuse thing is at the heart of everything. The child abuse thing. Like everything. It's at the heart of everything. I even think that the reason why these people want all of this fucking money is so that they can abuse children. I think it is something that they really enjoy, taking youth from people, taking joy from people. One of the best examples of that I can give is when during the Diddy documentary, the first episode, when the lady tells her story about being in a music video, remember? And she talks about how the only thing that she felt like she had, intelligence and being beautiful, her mom and her sisters, but she had her self-respect, and he took that from her. And to me, when you snatch the light out of people's eyes, when you snatch the light out of people's eyes, my God, my God, that right there. Ooh, yeah, you're the devil. You're evil. You're the devil. You're evil. Whatever word y'all want to use to describe the scum of the fucking earth masquerading as the top of it. Energetically, I think people value money more than they really should. They don't value inner peace as much as they should, which is why everybody's so fucking terrible. Because they don't have any peace. And so they spread it around. A lot of people are talking about Nikki like she is basically just preserving, right? And I think that that is such a weird way to think at this time, because I think we have more options than we ever did before. And to see how many of you are living up to the puppet name that a lot of celebrities are given. Like, I think a lot of us understand that celebrities essentially are puppets. They're the people that are being used to manipulate the masses into what the elites want you to do, right? The celebrities, the content creators, like everybody's being used for somebody else's ultimate goal in the situation. And I don't know. I know that I'm not in Nikki's situation, so I don't know what the better situation would have been for her. I don't know what type of situation she would be in where she would have to go to Turning Point USA and do what the fuck she did. Okay. Um, but I'm the type of person that I would rather live in a I would rather live in a cabin in the fucking woods for the rest of my life than to sell myself away like that, to be around people that have that much shame and fucked up energy in their bodies. I don't want to be around people who have fucked up energy in their body like that. As an empathic person, that shit spreads. So I'm looking at the situation like, wow, people really don't know what's important. Like, they really don't, because people are like, oh, this is herself, this is her preserving herself. I'm like, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but no black people that end up like working with MAGA, like, this doesn't work out well for black people or women a lot of the time. Like, I'm so confused about how they think that this is going to help her in the long run. Do you think these people will always be here? Like, do you really think this is just going to be how it is for forever? People are going to always fight. People are going to always fight. They can't, like, that's why slavery did not work out. It didn't work out. It could have worked out for much longer. It didn't. Do you know why? Because people were always revolting. People were always fighting. People were always running. Because, like, the human spirit is meant to be free. And so it's gonna continue to try. It's gonna continue to try. Even if you beat it out of one person, the next person is gonna pop up with the energy to fight. That's why we keep, that's why youth. That's why people with youth have such fire in their bellies, because they haven't been as corrupted. Not until you get into your mid to late 20s you realize how much you've been corrupted. And and a lot of the corruption to me happens in those years. Um oh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't run an ice ad on my shit. See, I don't like that neither. I don't like that shit neither. Y'all better not sign up for it, but if them hoes want to pay Google money, advertising dollars, so that I can get paid. Wow. Way to make me feel like shit. Let's move on, girl. Um, Tanisha McCarty Roten, a TikTok creator known online as Tea Time, was taken into custody on Tuesday in Zion, Illinois. The arrest follows a November 3rd incident where she allegedly struck and killed a 59-year-old pedestrian, Darren Lucas. Authorities have charged her with 2 felonies, reckless homicide, and the aggravated use of a communication device resulting in death. Bitch, you hit I thought she hit somebody in a car. She hit a pedestrian. You hit somebody without metal around their body? Oh my God. I haven't seen those ads. I haven't, but y'all know I have YouTube Red, whatever the YouTube thing is where you don't have ads, so I don't even be seeing the ads. Anything. I mean, child, anyway. According to police, Tea Time was live streaming while driving through the Chicago suburb where she hit Lucas as he crossed an intersection. During the broadcast, a loud thud was captured in audio, followed immediately by the creator exclaiming, "Fuck, fuck, fuck. I just hit somebody." A child could also be heard in a vehicle asking what had occurred before the stream was abruptly disconnected. Following the collision, Tea Time reportedly called 911 and stayed at the scene to cooperate with responding officers. Lucas was transported to a local hospital. Well, I'm glad she did that. He was later pronounced dead. I'm glad that she stayed because that would have been an extra charge. Y'all, this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. And remember in the last show, I was telling y'all about what happened on that TikTok? That was another thing I didn't like. When I'm in somebody's live and I'm listening to debate talk and y'all let people that's in their cars get up there and debate, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's, to me, that's irresponsible that you let people come up and be on your fucking panel while they're driving in a car. That's why, I fuck with my girl, with Conrad so heavy. Conrad will, no, get off the fucking phone. Call me when you pull over. And we'll hang up on people because nobody wants to be a part of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be a part of the reason why you hit somebody with your car walking across the fucking street because you want to be on live so fucking bad. Girl, you gonna get time. That's crazy. And she got kids. Y'all are just, that's what I'm talking about. Like, adults don't adult the way they used to. Y'all are so fucking irresponsible. Like, I'm just saying, y'all are so fucking irresponsible, bro. You have got to get your fucking life, man. What is wrong with y'all? Not y'all, but y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. Oh my God. That's so, oh my God. So, let's move on. Terrible. Y'all don't be on no fucking live while y'all driving. That's crazy. If you can't wait till your raggedy ass get home, then just listen. So I don't know who Deontay Wilder is, but he says that he stepped up, not as a daddy, but as a father to his then fiance's son. Even added them to his will before being told, "You're not my daddy." And so I went into the comments, and of course, so many people are defending him, but I left a comment and some nigga lost his shit on me. And you guys, he said, maybe because I blocked him, because that was the one that made it through. I'm not reading any of that ignorant shit because most of these people are like going to say something stupid to me. But he was like, I should worry about my followers and trying to find something to sell to y'all. As if I don't have merch. I just don't I don't over promote. I should probably promote more, but it's my channel. What I do is not about merchandise. It's not about selling anything to anybody. So that's, wow. I'm so sorry that I'm not a raging fucking capitalist about this. Okay. That makes me bad, I guess. But I blocked him, but he told me, that giving advice wasn't for me. He said, yeah, giving advice ain't you. That's what he said. I blocked him, so his profile isn't available. But all because I responded to this video. And I said that it's normal for a kid to say that at some point. They are a kid. If you really care and it's not just about making yourself look good, then have the patience the situation requires. Because blended families requires more patience than a family that you build on your own. That's common sense. I wish women would stay single and just go over to these niggas' houses, have fun, and go home. Because nobody needs a stupid nigga on a power trip ruining the childhood of some child who did not handle incorporating a brand new person telling everybody what to do well, as if most adults would. Nobody would actually deal with that. It is very normal. My sister said it to my dad, and he took it personal too. And then he regretted how personal he took it. And he was a much better grandfather than he was stepfather, because when he was younger and my sister said that he wasn't her dad, which is the fucking truth, these niggas lose their minds and get all egotistical, and now I'm not going to really help you. He still did things, don't get me wrong. But he held that, he held that as if she was not a child in a situation that is jarring and difficult. It's like adults have no like self-awareness is what it feels like. I feel like a lot of adults, y'all are like talking to children as if you have all the answers, Sway, but really you have no self-awareness whatsoever. Let's listen to what seems like, I could tell by the way he's dressed that he wants y'all to think better of him than he actually is. Let's listen to him.
Of being your son father, not just a daddy, but a father.
Right.
I went in so hard, bro. I went in so hard because I went in so hard to the point where I put them on my wheel. I had a meeting with my kids. I said, how y'all feel if I scoot y'all over? Scoot over a little slide and let somebody else get a little bit of.
That also sounds like triangulation. Those kids might feel like, oh, I'm getting less because of a nigga that don't even belong to you. Then your kids might bully her kid.
Yeah. And you know, my kids are amazing. They my best friends. And they was down with it. So I moved a little space over and added her son in on my motherfucking wing. You ain't even my son for real.
Right.
So if you can say that you ain't even my son for real, why can't he tell you that you not his fucking daddy?
You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah, that has to take a toll.
I put her in my wheel as well too.
Nobody told you to do any of that. You did it on your own because you wanted the control, right? That would make it easier for you to control her by making it seem like you're willing to put money on her, right? That means she has to do what you say a little bit more because of what you're willing to pay, right?
You was just my girlfriend. You ain't even my wife.
I hope that still ain't dead, man.
Yeah, man.
I hope
man,
that's still ain't.
One time the dude told me, one time the son said, you ain't my daddy. Now that's one thing you don't say to a man that ain't your daddy. Don't remind him that you ain't his daddy. You ain't.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Y'all are delusional. Why do you not want to be reminded about something that everybody knows? Again, he's a child. You are an adult. You should be aware that blending families is difficult, especially with boys. And that you're going to have to be the bigger person, the adult, and have more patience in the situation. Because this is again, a child.
You know what I'm saying? Don't remind me that. I took the role of
right. And somebody said in the comments, you hit his mom, though. You relinquish all right to respect. Money can't fix you beating up his mom, dog. And then they had people in the comments arguing about whether he assaulted her or not. And, you know, let's see. Swift, his then fiance, who has been in a relationship with Wilder since 2015 and got engaged to him in 2018, reportedly accused Wilder of choking her at least 5 times since 2018. And you could tell he choked her. I could look at the nigga and tell he choked her. I don't care. I don't have a jail to put him in. I'm looking at the nigga, and to me, he absolutely looks like somebody that would choke you. The way he said father was way too aggressive. His whole body language to me, and the way he talks, I could see you getting so angry that you would choke her. But yeah, once in front of their daughter and her son and slamming her son's head against a car. And then of course, they're going to be people in the comments calling it a lie. How do you know that? Give us proof. Well, she got a restraining order. They just give those things to anybody. They don't. They really, really don't. Kids will say worse to their biological parents and no one bats an eye. Being a stepdad is the most thankless job there is. No matter what you do, it's never enough. That's actually bullshit. And I don't know why you do anything, but you shouldn't be doing it so that everybody can be like patting you on the back for it. The thankless job is the fucking mother. The mother that gives birth to the children and takes care of everybody and has to deal with a man that's supposed to be there to help her bitching out because the children have to come before him sometimes. We have really got to get away from this mindset that y'all should be centering like family and community around men. Y'all do. It should be centered around children. Because if we center it around children, then y'all maybe will have more reverence for children and stop disregarding them and abusing them and neglecting them and treating them as if they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Because when you abuse them, they grow up and become adults that abuse other people. It's really, really annoying. Like, oh my God. Somebody said the stepdad is the most thankless job ever. Please. That's such bullshit. People can't wait for you niggas to do good things so that they could be up there. Oh my God, he's so amazing. Oh my God, he's such a good guy. He's such a good man, Savannah. Trust me. Trust me. Ain't no such thing as a thankless job for a nigga. Y'all just want people to be on their knees sucking dick all the time behind everything y'all do. You want people to give up autonomy to prove that they are grateful that you've done something for them. Y'all niggas is weird. This is why I never was somebody that like nobody paying for my drinks. Like, you know, don't do nothing for me because I don't want you to feel like you're owed my time or my energy or my efforts just because you decided you wanted me and now you want to try to use your little money to get me. And when it doesn't work, you're going to be all in your fucking feelings. Like, leave me alone. And that's why I said I wish that women would stop dating date these niggas. Do not bring them home. Stop trying to marry these niggas and you know, bring them into your household and all of that. Stop. Stop doing that. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying you shouldn't date. I'm not saying you shouldn't have you a little friend. Do not move them in your house. Do not give them power over your household. Don't turn them into a stepfather. Because most of these niggas don't need to be nobody's stepdaddy, and they not honest enough to say it because they just like having power over people. And those that say that they don't want to be a stepdaddy to somebody's children, a lot of the times them niggas is just assholes and all about themselves. So you can't win for losing. Stop bringing these niggas in the house with you, okay? Just have fun with these niggas, but stop bringing them home with you. Stop it. So let's get into it because this was all over the girl Christmas on fucking Christmas. Mendices does not like Yandy. Mendices is trying to get back at Yandy. I don't know why y'all would post this on Christmas. Don't nobody care nothing about nobody family posting this shit on Christmas. My God. Y'all didn't care about our family posting this shit on Christmas.
About you in the streets because it was like, dang, if she held him down.
So even if me and Yandy decide to break up, it's no one's business but our household.
Right.
Right? So if you see me acting inappropriate, it's appropriate for me.
If you see me acting inappropriate, it's appropriate for me. Sounds like something a Sagittarius man would say. You know, they don't believe that regular rules are for them. They think that new rules are for them. Like they make up new rules because the rules that everybody else has, oh no, those don't work for me. And really, they just take much longer to do it. That's usually what happens. They just take way longer. Somebody tells them to do something. They like, no, that's not for me. And then they fail a whole bunch of times, do nothing, and then eventually take the advice and act as if it was their idea, but they're still doing it their way because they waited a hell of a long time to do it. Great.
Maybe not for you because I'm sorry you wasn't in the group chat when we decided that. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm sorry you wasn't in our bedroom when we had this conversation, and you know and that's the problem because a lot of times these rumors, you know, we so private that we sit back and we laugh at it. And it doesn't affect us like the way it affects the public. People be like, "Oh, y'all should be more transparent and let us know."
Ain't your business.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to let our children know.
Right,
That's
exactly.
very right. What's the status of you and Yandy right?
First of all, nobody really gives a fuck. Y'all keep getting on reality TV shows. This is how y'all make y'all money. Y'all could really go make y'all money another way. We don't even really like y'all. Like, that's no disrespect, but I'm just talking about in a frame of reality shows. Like, in reality show world, nobody actually likes Yandy and Mendices. We didn't really like them on New York. And then when they came to Atlanta, we wanted them to go back to New York. Like, nobody really was fucking with them. So it's just like the fact that you, like, it seems so egotistical to me to like get on a reality show, not really share anything, lie. And then when people are like, what the fuck is going on? You say, well, why are you all in my business? Like, it's not about telling you anything. It's about our family. Then get off reality television. Stop talking to us. Stop coming to the internet with it. Because I promise you, if y'all were not on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or Love and Hip Hop New York, nobody would know and nobody would care. So that means you've made a choice to bring your shit to us. And now that everybody has an opinion, you want to turn around and act like we just all in y'all business and we just don't. We know we don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Why do you keep coming to us? Why do y'all keep coming to us?
Now,
Are we not together?
y'all not together. So
Thank
y'all
God.
getting a divorce?
Well,
We don't have to get a divorce because we were never legally married.
we never was like legally married, so I don't know what a divorce. Like,
So the rumors are true that y'all just did it for TV.
Listen, nah, I didn't do it for TV. I think, yo, listen, it was Yandy's idea, right?
Right. It was all her idea. I just went along with it. Because as a man, even though I'm supposed to be like the head of things, I really wasn't, right? And she wanted marriage because she liked this image shit, right? And I went along with it because I wanted to continue to use her. And I act like I don't care about my image, but I actually do. And I like being on a reality show and I like being known just for being myself. And yeah, like I act like I don't, right? Because that's not supposed to be masculine, but I'm like a fucking Fashion Nova model now. Honestly, Yandy, the only thing I'm going to say, Yandy, is thank you for being so smart. I never wanted you to legally marry him. I wanted you to stop acting like you were legally married to him. Because for what? Changing your name and all of that stupid shit? Like, I wish you would have just been with him and not been married to him. And that would have been perfectly fine. That would have been perfectly fine, just the way you did. But see, all of that acting like y'all were married, that's the part that was stupid to me. Because why? Right? Why? Not being legally married was always smart, and it's something that I am sure that Candy wishes that she would have done today. Have the party, wear the dress, go out of town, have the ceremony. Do not legally get married. Therefore, you are never financially responsible for this nigga in the same way as you would be if y'all got married. Because that bum ass nigga, I bet you any money will be trying to get alimony and shit off of her. Or doing some Todd shit. All y'all New York niggas looking for a woman to pimp, to pimp. Like all of y'all. So I feel like he would have done the same thing to Yandy that Todd did to Candy. And I'm mad that y'all names rhyme.
because in the beginning we had like I was going through legal battles with courts and fines, and she said,
"Oh, Yandy, you just don't be listening when the Lord be trying to tell you something." Y'all, the law was trying to tell Yandy something. Girl, the law was trying to tell Yandy something. Because what do I tell y'all about how God will remove a nigga by sending him to jail? If a man is not supposed to be in your life, he will go to jail. That's the easiest way for you to know that y'all not supposed to be together. To me, niggas going to jail a lot of the time is the act of God. Like God trying to let you know y'all don't need to be together. They've been getting away with this shit for a long time. But right now, when you ask for God for help, because you was all in your feelings, because you don't know why you love the nigga, but he not treating you right. And so you went to the Lord and said, God, I need help right now. I'm about to go up this mountain to save my marriage. And if it can't be saved, Lord, can you please just remove him from my life? Because I can't leave him because I'm too weak right now, Lord. And God will send that nigga to jail. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, y'all. I can't tell you how many times a nigga going to jail has really saved a woman's life and she didn't even really know. She didn't even really know how it saved her life. That she didn't have that nigga in the house with her for all of them years. And that he actually had to leave. And that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So Yandy just didn't listen to the law when the law was trying to tell her something when Mendices kept going to jail. She just wouldn't listen. She kept trying to stick beside him and stay with him. You know why? Because it made her likable. Nobody liked Yandy. Nobody liked Yandy. Yandy holding Mendices down got her mad fucking brownie points from everybody, including me. Because at the time, I was still in my male-centeredness. I was about a good, 60, 70% out of it, but I wasn't all the way out of it just yet. These is early Love and Hip Hop New York days, bitch. Okay, I'm still very male-centered. I haven't shaken off my brainwashing just yet. Okay, I'm on my way, but I'm not there yet. And so all of a sudden, Yandy becomes more likable because of Mendices. And the only reason is because we don't often see Mendices because the nigga keep going in and out of jail. Right? She should have left him alone then. What did she do? She went and became a fucking civil rights activist to get him out of jail, but also to make sure he had good conditions while he was in there. This is the reason why men get with women that they don't really like that or they don't really want to be with because it's advantageous to them. It's advantageous to them to be with you.
Let's not sign the papers. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I guess, it kind of just stayed that way. Then we got married again. And then we still ain't.
Yeah, because I was
about.
Yeah, man. So that's what's going on with them. And that's so interesting, right? That's so interesting. Let me see. Was there anything?
A lot of people don't really know how to take, the rumors that were starting to circulate about you in the streets because it was like, dang, if she held him down.
So even if me and Yandy decide to break up, there's no one.
Okay, right. That one. But we gotta go to the response, right? So Tamar wants apologies in cash as Mendices Harris confirms he was never legally married to Yandy. I'm accepting all apologies through my Cash App. The fuck, please pay by the following. If you call me a liar, a homewrecker, a hoe, a slut, accept the fact that y'all fell for the bullshit and run me the fuck up.
What's the status?
Tamar. Oh my God, Tamar. Tamar, let me ask you a question. Were you married to David? And were you in a relationship with David? Would it have been okay if David started fucking another random celebrity? Would that have been okay? I'm sure it wouldn't have been. Y'all broke up, so I'm sure he was doing something wrong. But I feel like just because he says they're not together anymore and they're not legally married, you think we should be apologizing to you. You lied to us about the slip and fall in the store and losing your teeth. You lied to us about that. Nobody was even talking about motherfucking Mendices. For real. It was whispering. It was about to hit the bigger blogs that you had been seen out with him. And then you told us you had a slip and fall in the store and lost your fucking teeth and had your face messed up. You did that. You came to us and told us that. And then we saw you the same night looking like nothing was wrong with you. And then come to find out from Funky Dineva that Mendices and his homeboy went upstairs with you. So whether he was single or not, we know that he's not married. We also, I think, for the most part, knew that him and Yandy are probably no longer together, but they fake in front so fucking much. Who knows and who cares? It's not that we think that you were an actual homewrecker, but we do think that you lied about what was going on because you didn't want to be perceived as a homewrecker. And we knew because of the way you talked about Yandy that you were acting like the other woman. You were acting like somebody that's in competition in your mind with the other person, calling her that lady and all of that shit. Nobody owes you any money, bitch. You still lied to us about what happened to you, and you still ain't come to the front and told us why you told us your teeth fell out your mouth and you woke up in a pool of blood and all of that. You still haven't come to us to correct and tell us what the fuck happened with that. Talking about I can't talk about it right now. Girl, stop playing with us like it's like the FBI or the Federale Hood is doing a motherfucking investigation on why Tamar had a slip and fall and woke up in a puddle of blood and all of this motherfucking shit. Don't nobody owe you no motherfucking money, girl. Are you crazy? She crazy, y'all. She crazy. And then she was in the in the comments arguing with people. Hold up. Hold up. Cause I screenshotted it. Hold up. I ain't saving it on my computer, but I think I screenshotted it on my phone when I was looking at it earlier. Let me see. Yes. Okay, I was watching Erica De Niro. She said in the comments, that man confirmed in the interview that there was zero truth to us doing anything. We were accused of outside of filming. I didn't hear that part in these clips that he didn't do anything with you, Tamar, but I didn't watch the whole interview. So, okay, cool. I knew, and also just because he says that y'all weren't fucking around, if y'all were truly fucking around, then y'all would have a conversation and hopefully he would respect you and you're not wanting to look bad in the public, and he would say that y'all wasn't fucking around. Like he would say y'all wasn't, if he was cool with you, bitch, if he wasn't angry at you, he would tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Like he would come out and tell everybody that, oh, we wasn't really fucking around. And it could still be a lie. He could still be lying for you. Y'all could be lying together, Tamar. Like it's not a stretch considering, again, nobody has told us what the fuck happened that night when you went upstairs and woke up in a pool of blood with your motherfucking teeth missing. She says, I knew he was single for a while. That's why he was writing his statement at the table with 9 other people there. There was never no hookup, dinner date, and we were at a production meeting. I feel like you've had a nice long time to come up with your lie. Because if it was just a production meeting, you would have been able to tell us that and provide proof of that a long time ago. But you didn't. You didn't. Like you stay quiet until now DC says that he's not in a relationship with Yandy and they aren't legally married, which we already knew that. But I'm so confused about so are y'all together or not? Because you even feeling the need to come out and say, see, I told y'all he wasn't married and I wasn't messing with no married man.
Legally married.
Girl. Okay, so now she's filling in gaps to counter Funky's extra details. Exactly. Now when he says something, that's when you can now say, oh, see? Like, no, girl, I'm sorry. That's not going to work for me. Deneva said Tamar and Mendices was crafting a press release at the table for their relationship or for the project.
Legally married.
And so now he acting and working on press releases? Girl, let me see. Let me see. What do the lonely do? All right, I don't see nobody that didn't post nothing about it since. But yeah, yeah, girl, go ahead away from me with this. Let's see. Hold up.
Y'all not together.
I don't think I didn't check out the situation before we shot. Of course I did.
What do you mean? Don't y'all think I would have checked out the situation before we shot? Can you please make me understand why the status of his relationship would be relevant to him acting in something? Can y'all tell me, unless it was actually true, unless you were actually having a relationship with this man, why would it fucking matter if he's actually acting? We don't believe he was just acting. We believe y'all are also fucking. You telling us that you went and checked to see if he was actually married and actually with her before y'all decided to film something that's not supposed to be real doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that y'all have been fucking and you wanted to make sure that he wasn't with Yandy when y'all started fucking.
And so now that the vindication is here
and the man done told everybody that he has not been with that person for a whole year, nobody's saying, Tay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have judged you.
No, because it was never about you really fucking with him like that. That's never what it really. Nobody cares about Mendice's relationship with fucking Yandy. Like, nobody cares. Like, that's not really what it was. It was you lying and us trying to figure out why you lied, and if you lied because of this relationship. If y'all would have just came out with the relationship and said, yeah, we fucking around, we together, and he not with her no more, but they haven't announced it. They still over there playing on the internet and on their Instagram like they together and they still a family and shit. Because they was. I don't know what she was talking about, but I had saw Mendices and Yandy recently online within a time frame that all of this shit happened. The two of them on Instagram posting a video together that made it seem as if they were still together. We really don't care. They are the ones that are always putting on a show as if they're together.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's not right.
Tell me that you and Mendices did not have a conversation at that table in Roof Chris about him putting out a statement about him and Yandy not being together no more. We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on Chat GPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta go back and rewrite it.
Go back?
Said Yandy not being together no more. We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on Chat GPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta go back and rewrite it.
No, y'all niggas believe that shit, and y'all didn't give me a chance to say anything. Y'all didn't give me an opportunity to be honest with, like, hey, yo. Just as many fucking videos. Yo, y'all niggas believe that shit, and y'all didn't give me a chance to say anything. Y'all didn't give me an opportunity to be honest with, like,
we absolutely did give you an opportunity. Tamar, what are you talking about? You're the one that came out and told us that your mouth was busted. You came out and told us that, babe. Why are you leaving that part out like that wasn't a huge part of why Mendices, like why this whole situation was even crazy?
We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on Chat GPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta rewind it.
He said he did a version of the letter.
You gonna make me something a little bit from your mama food?
On Chat GPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta go back and rewrite it.
I can't.
No, y'all niggas believe that shit, and y'all didn't give me a chance to say anything. Y'all didn't give me an opportunity to be honest with, like,
hear you. So you know.
Hey, yo. Just as many fucking videos y'all had about eating me alive as just as many apologetic videos that I'm expecting. That shit is fucked up. I am a black woman. I am not here to tear down black homes or black people or black relationships. All y'all has known me to be has been in the...
Oh, I hate when y'all start talking about black. I'm black and it's black. Oh, girl. It's low, the volume low. Hold up.
Relationship with people, a one-on-one situation. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Ain't he married? He ain't married. They not married. They just do that for the show. They not married.
I didn't lie about my accident, and I didn't lie about that man. And it all has panned out to be the truth.
And do right now.
What's the proof of the accident? What's the proof of the accident? Cause I ain't seen no proof when it came to that accident. Tamara be lying, y'all. Tamara really be lying, and it's ridiculous. It's real deal ridiculous. Okay? Just lying. It don't matter, right? Don't nothing matter. Cause nothing even matters at all. So y'all, let's get into this situation with these violent but I'm still gonna call them puss ass niggas, okay? I'm fully aware that every nigga I'm talking about would pistol with me and assault me. Because that's what they do. But ultimately, from the confines of the fucking internet, just like they old asses do, I'm gonna talk my shit. So 50 Cent came out and put y'all on blast for being squatters, okay? Let's talk about it. The ongoing tension between 50 Cent and the Let's Rap About It podcast crew has officially made its way to wax. Fabulous, Jim Jones, Mano, and Dave East released a new freestyle titled Squatters' Rights Freestyle, a clear response to recent remarks made by 50 Cent. The track dropped on Christmas Day. Again, another thing that did not need to happen on the Lord's Day, okay? It's the Lord's Day. This supposed to be a day of love, family, okay? All of the goodwill in the world. All of y'all niggas need to go and watch A Christmas Carol or A Diva's Christmas Carol. Any of the motherfucking Christmas Carol. That one episode of Martin where he gave the kid his tennis shoes because he was being a fucking Grinch. Yeah, y'all need to go ahead. He was being a Scrooge. He was being a Grinch. Yeah, all y'all niggas need to go and rewatch because y'all look. Y'all, I want to leave this photo up for y'all. These niggas look a fool. These niggas look a fool. And it's because they are frozen in time. Jim Jones, look at how weak Jim Jones' jaw looks right now. This nigga is getting old. This is somebody's grandpappy that we looking at. Dave East, I don't even know why you're there. I rarely even see you in Eclipse. Fabulous, I don't even know why you're there. Do you even talk? Like, I mostly just hear shit from Mano. And y'all, Mano is a weirdo for a plethora of reasons, but now I'm remembering that Mano likes race play. Yeah. And to me, any black man that wants a white woman to beat him and fuck him like he's a slave or something like that, yeah, that shit, any nigga like that, you're a lame. You're goofy. You're a fucking weirdo. You can pretend like you don't, like you're not, but you are. Like Shannon Sharp. And like, you have to think about it. Like, the black men that like that are usually the goofiest niggas you'll ever fucking meet. Shannon Sharp. Okay? Y'all seen Shannon Sharp is growing in facial hair. The nigga's depressed. The nigga's depressed. But they got in the studio. And I said, so y'all response to 50 Cent calling y'all's landlord and finding out that y'all not paying the rent, y'all's response to that is to rap for free? And somebody was like, they got paid. I'm like, by who? Who paid them?
Real niggas outnumbered 99-1. I've been a savage way before I turned 1. Smack a nigga, laugh about it's either in you, not.
Yeah, it's a bunch of old niggas still rapping about being violent with people to get their way.
In the streets that's moving bricks for bread. I got homies getting snatched and natives hit the feds.
What? You got homies getting snatched? You mean like the immigrants? What we talking about?
From New York where that money talk. East side, niggas post bail and they don't come to fucking court, nigga. My YNs is doing quarter zips. That's nothing but a set.
So y'all are still informing the street life and the young men to sell drugs and be violent and go back and forth to jail. Great. You taught no one nothing that they needed to know.
600 Benzes and
like, even just that, even just that, my nigga, like you're failing the community consistently and without fail, but we're so glad that you have a lot of money.
That was a street dream. Re-sling. Lately I'm sipping. I got it different. Put you on the wall, no street team. Always an FTD thing.
I don't know.
About it.
You want to fit in.
You know.
Okay.
I got power. Your shorty got hot shower.
Listen, I don't want you rapping about how you could take anybody's girlfriend, Ike Turner. Okay? Nobody cares, Ike. Nobody cares. No woman should really want you. There are always going to be women that for some reason, you know, well, no, they've been abused in childhood, so they want to be with a man that's going to knock their fucking teeth out. But, yeah, I don't want to hear about Fabulous.
Catch her trying to leave like Tasha shot Lala. The bitch not Mala and nigga, you not Allah. Y'all both meet the creators first.
Okay.
Ride them youngins got died by.
Y'all watch Power, though. Y'all watch Power.
They will leave your whip leaning like they pop hydraulics.
Yeah, you niggas can rhyme very well. Y'all can rhyme very well. And Fabulous, you sucking the life out of a woman for 20, 30 years, however long you was with Emily B, that really did do you well because you have seemingly aged very well. You look almost exactly the same as you used to. And maybe it's because I don't ever look too long at you because you remind me of Puff with the little beady eyes. So I try not to look at you for too long. But yeah, that was their response because, you know, they're tough guys.
Have sex with a white girl and she say, "Oh my God, this nigga dick." Like,
what? Let him go. Let him work. We out of there. We safe. We definitely safe. Y'all up 30 right now. They up 30. Y'all up 30 right now. Brooklyn is up 30 right now.
Child, let me act like Dave Chappelle right quick. Okay. It doesn't matter that everybody's mentality is in a garbage can. They're successful, they have money, and I'm sure they've given like bands of money to the hood girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they've done so much charity in their life trying to make themselves feel better about the terrible shit that they've done to people. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, these are great black men. They've lived past 35.
Go ahead, cook. Is it okay?
You got it. You got it.
Is it okay in your bedroom? It never happened to me. Oh. But I'm just saying.
That's hypothetical.
You're a liar. This is the second time you talked about race play on a platform. Nigga, you're into it. You're doing it.
That was hypothetical?
You're doing it. You're having sex with white women and telling them to call you a dirty nigger. You're probably putting shackles on yourself and having them like whip you and shit and tell you what to do because all of you niggas really just want to be dominated by somebody, because you really are submissives. But the way you want to be dominated in race play just shows how you've internalized the racism and you put white people on a pedestal. And that is the reason why y'all want to fuck their women, because the idea behind it is that, oh, we're getting back at them by fucking their women. And really it's like, but you're also kind of eradicating your own gene pool by doing so. I don't think we should be that weird.
Hypothetically.
I don't think we should be that weird, like, as a people. I think that black men fucking white women and having, you know, babies with white women out of spite of everybody else, like, I don't know when y'all are gonna grow out of that, but like, it's just weird. It's just weird.
I'm a hypothetical type of guy, you understand?
These are all scenarios.
All scenarios. I never had it.
I don't think niggas is gonna stop fucking this.
Wow. And they're all like coloring their beards and stuff. But these are the conversations, you know, some of the conversations that they're having. I love it. So people be so confused. We're gonna go to that. We're gonna go to that Tyler Perry shit last. But people be so confused about marriage, right? So we're gonna run across a few videos for conversation pieces.
Being sexually monogamous is a really quite bad idea. It is a form of control. Monogamy itself is a social construct, mostly. We are not a monogamous species. There are, in fact, very few monogamous species in the world. I read a book the other day, it says something like 0.002% of the animals on this planet are monogamous. Because what you will see in the wild and what you see mostly with humans is social monogamy. They live together. But the infidelity rate sits generally at around 50%. So 50% of those households are not sexually monogamous. And in fact, from an evolutionary point of view, being sexually monogamous is a really quite bad idea because you are limiting yourself to a very narrow gene pool.
Okay, I'm going to stop her right there so I can explain that, because a lot of the comments were making something that is a statement about us as people, as humans, as mammals. She is speaking on this from a bigger viewpoint. Everybody in the comments was in their fucking feelings, and it was the weirdest thing, which is why we are talking about this. Okay? When she says it's not a good idea for you to like only be fucking one person for your entire life, it is because you can get with somebody when you are very young. You get with that person, they may not have good genes. And so you will never, like, you know, technically sleep around to see who your genes might fit best with, because you are under the illusion that you have to stay with this one person, because if not, you're dirty, right? And then also, this is why I think on some scale, STDs and STIs are things that are like being put into the community, because there was a time period where people didn't get a lot of these STDs and STIs that they get now. I mean, they always did have things because people don't clean their genitals and you get infections and all of that type of stuff. So that makes sense that you would always have had certain things. But like, for instance, AIDS and a lot of those things were, I believe, created so that you could push people to stay in monogamous relationships under like this, you know, purity standard. And what that does is that keeps everybody in bondage, so to speak. And this is what I need for everybody to understand. Because they take it so personal, but it's like, it's true. Like, you take it personal, you make it seem like it's about you as a person. Nobody's telling you that you should divorce and that you shouldn't be married or that you shouldn't, you know, want to be with your spouse. Nobody's telling you that when we talk about these things. When we talk about these things, we're actually just talking about what we're doing as a species. Because everybody is socialized, they have different ideas about what they're doing versus how we look at it from a sociological standpoint. That's why I talk about these things the way I do, because I need for y'all to be able to step away from your personal situation to see what's happening around you, because sometimes you don't even know what's happening in your own personal situation because you're so unaware of what's going on around you. Okay? I'm going to let her finish and we'll continue on.
So we have monogamy mainly in the West because it's a socially prescribed form of organisation. And it was imposed because it is a form of control. If we all just gave in constantly to precisely what our drives were saying, there'd be kind of chaos. And those in power wouldn't be able to predict what anybody is going to do, because actually I'm just going to go, I feel, you know, sexually attracted to whoever that is over there. I'm going to go maybe them, but I'm going to come back and live here. But then I've got a kid over there, and it's all really, really confusing. So over time, when civilization first arose, the more complex we got, and as we started to live together in cities, those in control were like, okay, I really need to be able to predict what these lesser beings are going to do. So I'm going to impose monogamy. You can only live with one person and basically have sex with one person. Nobody actually ever only had sex with one person, but we're going to look like we do. And that's why we have legitimacy rules about children and inheritance and all that kind of thing, because it maintains control.
And see, a lot of Black people, because we have come from slavery, we don't even know about why these things are the way they are, because we don't deal in like really carrying over anything, right? You know how white people have generations of them inheriting shit from each other? Because Black people don't have that. They don't understand a lot of the reasons why you just do the things you do are because you are following in white people's footsteps, and their footsteps are led by the fact that they want to pass shit down through their male lineage and not the female lineage the way it should be, if you ask me. Right? Because it's, you know, mama's baby and daddy's maybe, which tells me that the lineage should be passed down through what's obvious, the mom. Like, people didn't have DNA tests back in the day. Okay? I'm gonna let her finish. Oh yeah, no, she's done. Okay, so yeah, it is about control. So people in the comments, Brick City Buddha, the issue is we are judging individual paths based off species extrapolating. Yes, I'm human, but I also don't want no woman but my wife. I don't give a fuck how attractive other women may be. They could never have my heart like my wife. Therefore, my body is off limits, and my wife never mandated that. I offer it because I want to be exclusive to her. This woman's commentary is not a personal indictment on your relationship, right? Nobody's telling you that you shouldn't be monogamous to your wife if that's what you want to do. What we're saying is it should not be a social demand, right? You shouldn't be shamed and guilted because you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship when it's obvious that's not actually natural for us. Now, if you want to do that, great. But the idea that that should be the baseline, like that's what should be expected. No. Why would you expect something that you know normally doesn't happen? Why would you expect? And I'm just saying, because people think about things in a way like, if you're not monogamous, then you're all the time with other people and all the time. And that's not really how it happens. That's not really what goes on, right? It comes and it goes. And sometimes you're just with the person, and then other times you might have other things going on. But it's just really under the idea that we're not going to lie. We're not going to ignore it. We're not going to act like it's not happening. We're just going to be honest and real about it and just deal with it as it comes, versus the idea that we're going to pretend for everybody. Let's just pretend. And that's what everybody is in some way agreeing to. So when Brick City automatically makes this about his personal life, I'm like, dude, like you act like everybody's doing exactly what you're doing and everybody should be doing exactly what you're doing. And who's judging? Who's judging? What this woman said was not a judgment on anybody. It's just the facts. Why do y'all get so wrapped up in y'all feelings about these things? Because it goes against what y'all want. Why do you want to control that so much? Why do you want to control the relationship dynamics of other people so much? You need to ask yourself that question. What does that do for you? And men are the ones that I feel like they personally, like, it seemed like really enjoy trying to keep these people in boxes. Let me see what else. Forget what this heifer is talking about. I like my chart spotless and my dick bumpless. Whole face expert. That's very funny. I don't know why y'all have to call the woman the doctor, and I also feel like it's low key like y'all automatically disrespect because it's a woman. But I don't know why you have to disrespect her by calling her a heifer. And I'm so confused about how us talking about how monogamy isn't natural makes y'all feel like somebody's gonna force y'all to have a whole bunch of sex y'all don't want to have. There are also things called condoms. Just because you're not monogamous doesn't mean you're like fucking every and anybody all the time recklessly. Everyone isn't poly. No. Everybody isn't. Like, everybody isn't any one thing. And so I don't think that we should be like socially impressing rules on people the way we do. We do it a little bit too fucking much for me. We do it way too tough. Shit ain't got nothing to do with you and you worrying about what's going on in another person's household. That's too much. Okay? This person said, I am not an animal. You literally are an animal. I don't know why you feel disgusted by somebody saying you're an animal, but you are. Humans are mammals. Therefore, we are animals. Just because we have opposable thumbs and we can speak and, all of this, I don't know why you think that, we're so different than animals. Animals also have self-control. I know y'all don't think this, but animals absolutely have self-control. If people don't fuck with ecosystems, animals don't out-eat places. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but animals a lot of the times will like be paying attention to how much they can take and how much needs to be left. That type of thing. Not every animal, especially not male animals, child. But like, I don't know why y'all think so lowly of animals like that, when literally everything we learn about ourselves is through the study of animals. Like, you can say that you're not an animal, but you are an animal, sweetheart. We're mammals. It's just a fact. I don't know why you're upset about it. See what I'm talking about? Like, all of this emotion behind things that are just facts. I don't get it. I don't understand how having self-control and discipline when it comes to sex is such a hard concept to accept, but having self-control and discipline with finances, emotions, lifestyle is heavily supported and encouraged. Undisciplined sexual practices are literally deadly and expensive. Yes, they are. I don't think this woman is saying you should have no self-control. You can be non-monogamous and have self-control. I don't know why y'all think those two things are like mutually exclusive. We're not wired for sitting in classes, jobs for 8 hours a day, but most of us become disciplined to do it. I know you're saying that like a gotcha, but it's not a but, it's a and. It's a and. Yes, that's another thing that we're being brainwashed to do that's not natural for us. You can add that to the list of things. What like, do you see? Like, do you see how they're saying this as if that devalues her point or something? Like, I'm sure there are studies that they do on why we shouldn't be working as much as we do. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all are only okay with this if it's men sleeping around. Let a woman want to sleep around and it's war. And see, that's another thing. We're having a conversation on monogamy, non-monogamy, and y'all automatically take it to like this personal space. Normalizing cheating is crazy. How did you get that from us talking about non-monogamy? You don't cheat on people if you're not monogamous. What are y'all not understanding? And maybe she's talking about normalizing cheating is great, but that's literally what everybody does. I've had so many conversations with people who cheat all the time and ask them, why don't you just have an open relationship? Why don't you just be honest about what you're doing? Find someone that you can be honest with. Why do you want to lie to the person? And they literally will say that they don't want to do it. They don't want to be honest. They just want everybody to lie. Girl, I when I tell y'all the things that people say.
So I worked in a mental health ward for 2 years, females only. And can I just say that most of the women I spoke to were there due to men. Now, I'm not saying this to say men are wicked or evil. This is not one of those videos. However, it is to say women, be wise, okay? Do not allow a man to drive you to the point of insanity. Do not allow a man to gaslight, manipulate, and send you to what feels like an early grave, okay? Know yourself. This is why I always preach, before you get into a relationship, know yourself. Be grounded in yourself. Something that I wish I was taught. But, in life, when you don't know something, at some point you learn it, right? Know yourself completely so that you are whole. So that when you are entering a relationship, you're entering with someone else who is whole. And if they are not whole, you can establish that and you could choose. You make a choice to either stay and help them, even though I don't think that's the right option, or you remain by yourself until you find someone who is whole, okay? What do I mean by whole? I mean grounded in who you are. I mean, you know who you are, you know your worth, and so someone else can't come and turn you crazy, They can't come and make you lose yourself because you know who you are. And so when you feel like they are trying to shake who you are, when you feel like they're trying to make you lose yourself, you're quick to run for your life. Run for your life. Because, again, these women, lovely women, sad stories of men who are traumatized. That's another issue, another topic for another day. These are men who protect yourself is the point, okay?
So, very simple message to the women out there, right? The first comment, rule number 1, never believe a word a psych patient says. I'm so glad that your page is private, you fucking weirdo. And the reason why I say that is just because somebody is a psych patient does not mean that everything they say is a lie. And to agree that you can't trust anything out of their mouth, anything, meaning that you can't listen to what they say and then try to go and back it up with other evidence, you're not even going to try. You're just going to automatically believe they're a liar. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Y'all call women crazy and then y'all put them in psych wards and tell everybody nobody should believe what they say. That's what used to happen in the 50s and the 60s a lot. I know a lot of y'all don't know that, but like in the between the 20s and the 60s, there was a lot of drugging and locking women in mental hospitals and then either physically or chemically lobotomizing them so that people can take their money. Yeah. That's another reason why they want y'all to be married so bad. Because back in the day, women, and I'm talking about like your Victorian era and in before, women would inherit land from their fathers or their husbands would die. And men would come, accuse them of being witches. Men would come and call them crazy so that, all kind of shit so that they could basically get the land that the woman was living on, get her house, and get whatever money she had inherited. That's why, like, it's such a problematic thing to me when I hear women continuously talking about marriage as if we don't have all of this fucking evidence all over the place about how marriage a lot of the times is some type of snake ass thing that men do to women. I'm not saying in every instance, y'all. I'm not saying in every instance because apparently it's very hard for people to understand that I might be in a relationship and be married and then also understand the truths of the world and marriage and what it's built off of. Like I don't get it. But anyway, word of the day, accountability, as in women don't take accountability for their actions or behaviors. We're literally talking about women in a psych ward. What would you like them to do? What would you like them to do? Like, look at them already dispelling Dr. Will, okay? A man calling himself a doctor is on the internet saying that women don't take accountability when another woman says her experience working in a psych ward is a whole bunch of women that are crazy because some man drove them crazy. Most of y'all putting the sole responsibility on the women, but why is barely anyone talking about how the man is not being a man, a true man? Oh my God, here y'all go with that bullshit. And this is what I talk about. You have to deal with things as they are. Stop saying that that's not what a real man is. Do you know what a real man is? An adult male. That's what a real man is. An adult male. That's a real man, sweets. And so if he's doing weird shit, that's what real men do, because he's a real man doing weird shit. Stop trying to romanticize and create fairy tale stories around shit. This girl I know personally works in a psych ward as well, and she said the same exact thing. I mean, people tell y'all all the time how much women are in jail, which is the other place. If you're not in a psych ward, bitch, you're in jail, okay? But it's always by way of a crazy nigga. Now, y'all gonna call that woman a lie, and oh, you should have been accountable and all of that. And yeah, there's a level of women, can y'all listen to us and stop allowing these men to disrespect y'all? But you won't. Right? You won't. It still doesn't make the men any less fucked up as far as I'm concerned, because look at an example of a woman that might eventually be in a fucking psych ward because she continues to allow a weird nigga, a succubus of a weird nigga, close to her. This is Jaden Alexis. She said, in my 27 years of my life, I've never seen my father for Christmas, not because my mother, but because he's a piece of shit. I guess she meant to say not because of my mother, but because he's a piece of shit. So I could never find it in my heart to keep my kids from theirs. So anyone mad about how I carried my business on Christmas, I gifted you a fat one. Just let me know the addy. So you want to fight people because they're saying this probably wasn't a good decision for you to allow this abusive weird ass nigga around your kids on the holidays, and because you're traumatized by being neglected and abandoned, you're gonna allow another abusive person? Like, you have kids with a piece of shit. What are you talking about? Would you have really wanted the piece of shit to be around? I think a lot of times y'all don't realize how much y'all daddies did y'all a service by getting the fuck away from y'all. I don't know. Because I used to wish all the time my pa would have gave me a break. Okay? I didn't realize he was going to die when I was 19. But I'm telling y'all, when he was alive, oh my God. We used to love the time this nigga would go out of town for work or something like that. Give us a motherfucking break. Walking on eggshells.
No, I'm don't start with me.
You want that number one spot or what?
No.
You don't want the number one spot?
No.
To me, it looked like somebody door dashed McDonald's breakfast. Okay, because I ain't never seen nobody have them sausages like that. That looked like a McDonald's breakfast. The eggs look exactly like McDonald's eggs, be looking all cooked together and shit. Because real eggs be scrambled. They don't be all in one little patty, right? McDonald's eggs be in like a little patty of an egg. Yeah, fake ass omelet, babe. So this nigga is acting all excited, and she bringing him a plate of food because she took it out the saran wrap and she took it off the McDonald's foam plate and she put it on a real plate, and then she gave him some of her great value syrup, because you know you always have to be proven that you are a good woman, right? So if you come in to see the kids, I'm gonna make sure that I put your little McDonald's breakfast on a plate and give you some syrup and serve you as a man, because you here to see your kids. And I ain't never seen my daddy on Christmas because he was a piece of shit. So even though you a piece of shit, at least you want to be here. So I'm gonna just make sure that your little McDonald's breakfast get put on a nice plate, heat it up in a microwave, and you get this little great value syrup. Girl, I'm hood brat. Can't even take a kind gesture without humiliating her. He wouldn't be able to get a bottle of water out of my shit. I understand. Children deserve to be around their father. I hate y'all. I fucking hate y'all. Because in my mind, I don't think children deserve to be around ain't shit parents. I don't think children deserve to be around parents that are going to traumatize them because they're immature and reckless and low-key sociopathic. She probably made breakfast for everyone and was a good, kind host. It doesn't always mean intimacy. But this is why you don't do nice shit. Because anytime you do nice shit, they gonna act like they can fuck you. Because that's instantly what he did. Instantly. That's why you don't do nice shit, bitch. That's why you don't make eye contact with niggas. Because what do? You give them an inch, they take a mile. How many times I gotta tell y'all this? Great Value Syrup says, I don't give a fuck about him. No, it actually says that I grew up in Walmart. And I might have a little bit of money, but not enough money to go to Target or a nice grocery store. I still shop at Walmart when I grocery shop. To me, if you have not become bougie when it comes to food and shopping for your food, you don't have enough money for me. So whatever Jonathan has, they don't have enough money. They eat Great Value Syrup. And that's no judge to anybody that eats Great Value Syrup because we not rich, y'all. I don't eat Great Value Syrup, okay? But I just kind of feel like, you know, they be acting like they got money. And it's like, bitch, they're healthier syrups in glass and not in plastic. Because you're going to keep putting that shit in the microwave and getting all of them fucking plastics and shit in the syrup and poisoning everybody. I work at McDonald's. That's definitely the big breakfast. I know, because I love the big breakfast, girl. Them little fucking sausage patties are delicious. Okay? I don't know why they're so good, but they are. So that was him, you know, so he could see his kids for Christmas and, you know, be traumatized and made fun of and slightly bullied by their daddy for Christmas. It was great. They got to open gifts, I'm sure.
How many rappers have you slept with, including me?
This is his new girlfriend. Now, I don't know how smart any young woman could be deciding she wants to be in a relationship with Jonathan. But just the other day, Nivea, child, y'all love old heaven named ass bitch. Nivea, okay, was just online telling us that he treats her so great and ain't no man ever loved her better than him. She said, ain't no nigga like the one I got. He don't ask for things you don't need a lot. Sewn together like a hand in glove.
I'm not saying that on this live. I'm sorry. That's very confidential. That's not a question for him.
It's just a number, though.
He already knows it, though.
It's just a number.
So I'm not going out of my way.
Just say the number.
I'm sorry. So you want me to ask you serious questions like that, too?
Serious questions?
But that's not for the social media.
But it's not for social media.
But it's not social media. It's not for social media. I just don't feel like that's something for me to just
but
tell
I'm
the
not
world.
asking for the names.
They're normal fucking people. Why do they have to be just listed?
How many? Including me. So me equals 1. 2.
Past.
Higher or lower?
The past.
2?
No, you know it ain't higher. But the past.
So 2.
Past. Everything's past tense.
Okay, 3. Higher or lower?
Why is he doing this? Why does this matter? You've already fucked her. So why are you trying to put her on blast for how many people she's fucked? Is this so you can document at some point so later on when you break up with her and she gets with another guy, you could be like, oh, you're a whore. You're on guy number 5 or some shit. I don't know. Y'all are weird the way y'all are obsessed with how much sex women are having. Is it so that you could feel like, oh, if she hasn't been with a lot of men that she doesn't know my sex is whack? I'm going to assume that anybody that cares about body count really just doesn't want an experienced woman that can tell them that their dick isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. Your dick is lame. Your dick is trash. Your dick is small. You're inexperienced. You can't eat pussy. It's really sad. If you're going to be a whore, can you at least be good at sex? Signed, a woman.
Oh my God. Like, oh, you are really asking me this
3
type of
higher.
question.
Just say higher or lower.
No, this is the type of shit that
Just say
this
higher
is being
or lower.
toxic. I'm telling you.
How many rappers have you slept with? 2.
Past. Everything's past tense.
Okay, 3. Higher or lower?
Oh my God.
And also, yes, why do you want to know? Do you want to know how many men she slept with so that you can envision those men? Because that's a lot of the times I'm starting to feel like when y'all are so worried about the men that women have slept with, it's because you're thinking about those men's dick. And you can really just think about those men's dick without degrading a woman and trying to make it seem as if she's dirty and she's nasty because she had dick that you want or that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that's about, but when you start asking me about previous dick, I'm going to ask, do you want his phone number so that y'all can meet up and fuck or something?
Like, oh, you are really asking me this type of
Higher,
question?
just say higher or lower.
No, this the type of shit that
Just say
this
higher
is being
or lower.
toxic. I'm telling you, this is being toxic right now. Like, that ain't even cool, bro. Like, you already know the answer. Like,
My bad, Chad.
yeah, you're on some real bullshit, and I'm not even on that type of timing with you.
My
And you
bad,
done got
Chad.
me looking like a fucking bitch all over the internet. Don't do this, for real. Don't do this. I do not want to do this. You're making me pass. Everything's past tense.
Okay.
And people like her. People like her because she told him he was toxic, but she's still fucking him. So don't give her too many brownie points, because why are you even there? He's an idiot. Why are you even there? Oh, girl. All right. Let me see. What else is really hood?
I prefer.
Let's see. I have a clip I want to play for y'all on TikTok, but let's do this one first.
To have the dynamics of a non-binary relationship.
Okay.
But first and foremost, as it pertains to these traditional rules, if we're being honest with ourselves, those traditions are steeped in patriarchy. They are steeped in patriarchy and white supremacy.
He's saying the same thing the white lady said. Let's just hear if he, if the response is different.
See, even the concept that we have of modern marriage, or whatever, is rooted in slavery. The men's enslavement of women. They were property, not
These are
partners.
smart people in these comments.
Okay, so if you go back far enough, you can see where these things were not really created for what we're trying to turn them into. Even the concept of romance came from a romance movement. There was an actual movement of people who came up with these codes like chivalry and all these other things. That was for the elites. That's for how those people would correspond with one another. The concept of romance, if you'll notice, is often over the top and very neurotic. Like the things that people will be, one day you're like, girl, he came by my job. Next thing is like, girl, he came by my job. But it's the same word, same dude, same job, same everything, but the context has changed. I think that to some degree, if you can set yourself aside long enough to have the dynamics of a non-binary sort of relationship, where now what matters most, who has the money to pay this bill? Who has the time to watch the child? Who has the expertise to do this thing? You think that if I'm dating a person who's assigned female at birth, she's identifies as a woman, the car breaks down and she's a mechanic. You think I'm gonna go out there and like, no, I got it from here, babe. Like, look, you
let her handle it.
You see what I'm saying? and so it was. I remember I was in PetSmart parking lot, and there was a truck where jacked up, and the woman was changing the tire. The guy was like holding the tools or whatever, and it was a guy standing there and a woman changing the tire. And someone who was with me called that man everything but a child of God. But we don't know what's going on there. That man could have had a disability. Any number of things could have been the reason why. And so what I'm saying is, I think that to some extent, people who I identify and live their lives as not beholden to any of these gender norms or standards have a better shot at happiness because they are looking at each other's character, each other's qualifications, and not just coloring by number as who's expected to do what. I prefer to have the...
It's very interesting. It's a very interesting way of explaining that. I wanted to watch that clip with y'all because I hadn't watched that clip yet. But another person that's saying like we have to change the way we think about these things as we're moving forward, because a lot of these things are problematic. Even if it's not problematic for you individually, to have everybody believing that they should be living life the exact same way is going to force people to feel like shit when that doesn't feel natural for them. And I would love for us to get out of that, because I just think it's problematic and it causes a lot of unnecessary pain. I think it does. And this is the reason why I want people to just get divorced. Like, it's okay, girl. You can get a divorce, Sally. Everybody be like, Sally know who she married to. Sally know what's going on. Sally loves her husband. And I'm just like, Sally is a Generation X woman that was probably born in the late 70s, grew up in the 80s, just like every other black woman. And just because you've been with a nigga for so long and y'all got kids and all of this, don't mean you at this age should be letting these niggas stress y'all out like this. And it's so funny because I had a situation where, an older man, 60-year-old man, they just be so childish. They just really are childish. Like everything is about their feelings and their little ego and them feeling like somebody telling them what to do and all of this shit. And this is why they should be alone. This is why I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Like sometimes I do feel like this is why nobody should be forced to be with any of these ornery old men, that a lot of the times it's just about them wanting to feel like they're dominating or they're on top in some type of way, even when they literally or are not. And it just doesn't make any sense why you would love a woman as an individual and then still want her to allow you to stand on her back when you need to feel good about yourself, or your incapability to feel your personhood not as in competition with hers, like as a man to get older in age, to age and still be so fucking childish with the way you deal with a woman that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane to me. I'm gonna let this nigga talk. I'm gonna let y'all hear what happened with these people. Hold up. Because it was this clip, but it was another clip. I'm gonna play this clip and then I'm gonna play that other clip that I posted on my page. I have not been on TikTok and Instagram like that lately posting, just because I have not felt like dealing with them people. But it's so good to be over here on YouTube. Thank y'all for being here with me. Hype me up, share the video, like the video, support the channel. All the links are down below in my description box. Thank y'all. Let's get into it.
Some this morning so that we could all be. Gave him some this morning so that we could all be cool when we got here.
Got it. And they still not cool. And they still not cool.
That's why you're glowing.
Oh, that's the trick.
Yo, that's crazy work.
We a few days ago got in an argument.
And this is, y'all, to me, this as an example of how coercive sex ends up working in marriages. Let's just listen.
About something kind of, I don't even remember, honestly, like something small, and it really became a big thing. And then I don't like the art. I just left and went in another room, and then we haven't talked in 3 days.
So she didn't say what it was, but she basically said they got into an argument about something small. I don't know about y'all, but if I see two people that's been together for 30 fucking years getting into a huge blowout fight over something small, it was because that man was trying to dominate in some type of way, especially because of the way she explained it. Like, I don't like to argue, so I just walked away. And so now we don't talk for 3 days.
Not really. I still cook dinner. I still made dinner. Right. I still give you your food. He still brought my coffee upstairs.
But don't think it's sweet over here.
And then it did eventually just, it's not a healthy process. No one talked it through, but we came on the other side.
That's that toxic kind of good love.
Yeah.
See, and I don't even like when y'all say shit like that. I don't even like when y'all say shit like that. That's that toxic type of good love. Like, what are you talking about, Egypt? Like, why do y'all say shit like that?
We're just gonna make it up and call it what it is, because I love you, you're a sexy beast, but I'm still mad at you. That's that kind of love.
That's not making up. That's actually just piling shit on top of shit with no real resolution, which means the same argument will come back. Like, I don't even understand.
What's the story?
Well, that's how you get to 28 years. Because if you think, the problem is that too many people who are in relationships, resentment.
Want to talk through? No,
no. Like, what do you mean? That's exactly what it sounds like. I'm so glad she said that shit. Like, that's what too many people want to talk through their problems. And this is the thing. You're a person that can't even handle your shit right because you just stopped talking to your wife for 3 days and then she has to have sex with you in order for you to come on this show and act right. That is problematic to me, that she had to have sex with him. Not that she wanted to have sex with him, but that she had to give a spoiled child a pussy pacifier so that he would act like he got some sense when it came to this show. And he still didn't act like he had any sense. He still didn't.
Talk about your problems, just move on. No, go ahead.
And you should do that. But sometimes there are times where you should be silent. The problem is that too many people who are in relationships allow resentment to turn into resistance when they should be letting resentment turned into resilience.
So you just using alliteration to sound like you're saying something smart. But what you just told us is that you and your wife got into an argument over something small and y'all didn't talk to each other for days, and then you had to have pussy pacified. Okay, you had to get pussy pacified to act like you had some sense. I don't know why you now think that you can tell other people what they should be doing in their relationships. It's crazy to me. Just because y'all have been together a long time does not mean anything. Y'all obviously don't know how to even resolve small arguments. Like, what are you talking about?
And that's the part that is, I think, lacking now. People want to change relationships like they change socks.
Yep.
And so what? And so what? Who are you talking to? This conversation is about you and your wife, and y'all are sitting across from somebody who's married. The show is called Marriage and Money Podcast. My God. Tell me it ain't real without telling me it ain't real. I'm sorry. But just the idea of that, right? And ain't nothing wrong with it because marriage is a business. Please don't get me wrong. But y'all will also romanticize and bullshit the piss out of everybody when really what it's about is y'all don't want to be lonely and y'all want to make sure that y'all are using your marriage as a business and as an image projection of yourself so that you could feel like you did what you were supposed to do as a human in this weird ass society.
Well, you have to become really good at trying to figure out how I receive, how I grieve, and then how I reconnect. Right?
Just give you some sex in the morning. He got real serious. Go ahead, baby.
She is literally joking on this nigga. And the funny part is that people think her ability to laugh about what's going on means that they're not really upset at each other. They are.
So
Sally, I didn't know you had this side of you, but I like
it. It really is that. But
it's been 3 days.
That's the balance.
All right, I know what I have to do.
And that's about right. Around 3 days.
So 28 years married.
Yeah.
But let's go back.
No. 28 years total together. But 23 married.
23 married.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave him some this morning so that we could all be cool when we got here.
Got it.
That's
Got it.
You don't think they love and respect each other? I don't know. Do y'all think that a person having to have sex with you in order to make you be kind or be nice to them, you think that's... I don't know. I don't know what y'all ideas about love are. I think that most of the time what y'all think is love is just convenience and people being with each other for a long time. But no, I don't think he respects her.
I gave him some.
If you really want me to answer, I don't think he respects her for real. Because I think if he really truly respected her, he would not be talking the way he does. I don't think any man that talks the way he does fully respects women. I think they view women as something beneath them. When they're talking about, because I'm about to find the original clip, y'all, that I did. But he was talking about submission and all of that shit. And to me, whenever grown ass men are talking about submission and all of that shit, that usually means they don't respect women. They need them, but they don't respect them. All right, hold up. Because I'm just saying, why would you even be having conversations about situations you're not in? Why would you even be having conversations about situations that you're not in? You see what I'm saying? Like, as a man, if men that are actually like content and happy in their situations, y'all, I promise you, I don't really often see those men worrying about what's going on in the relationships of other people. They worry about their own shit. They don't worry about what's going on in other people's relationships. Men that are like worrying about what's going on in other people's relationships and shit, a lot of the times, to me, those men are passive aggressively talking to their own wives.
There are too many sisters who don't do this.
Okay, so here it is. And so we have to get to this part because and yes, coercive sex is traumatic. Okay, save yourself the therapy trip. Yeah, the way she described having to give him sex in order to get him to act right shows me that she probably has sex with him when she doesn't want to a lot. And I don't think women should have sex with men when they don't want to, just to make the men feel better. I think sex should be an experience that two people come together to enjoy each other, not just to get a man off because men need sex. I think men should go jack off or get a pocket pussy, but I don't think women should be used as some pocket pussy for you to get off, but with no real reverence for her or her feelings or anything like that. Because if that was the case, you would not want to have sex with your wife if y'all had not been talking for 3 days. So no, I don't think that he loves her or respects her. Just because they've been together a long time, just because he bring her coffee and all of that shit. Yeah, I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, if you and that lady has not been talking for 3 days, and she comes to you to have sex with you and you don't want to resolve it with her first, you don't want to get on the same page with her emotionally before y'all have sex, it means that how she feels is irrelevant and all you care about is the fact that she's now going to give you access to her body. So yeah, no, that's not giving respect. That's not giving love. Love would be, no, love, I don't want to do it until we good. Like, I don't want to have sex with you just because you trying to like pacify me. No, like, let's wait until we, back on a good foot. Okay. And the only reason I say that is because they were arguing and not talking to each other for days. For days. It wasn't like just a little argument, a little tit tat, and then you like, he hangry or, whatever. Let's just have sex and then we can stop being mad about whatever small, stupid thing that they went days. I think they said 3 days without talking to each other. That seems like a consistent issue in their relationship. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let him talk and then you tell me what you think after he finished talking. How about that?
That's with their man. We're going to kill ourselves for you to get what you want. I die a slow death whenever I hear women say that they can't submit. And the reason why I say that is because two reasons. Number one, you already tell me what kind of woman you are spiritually when you tell me that you can't submit to your man. First of all, you chose him. So that's not a him problem. That's a you problem. Because you chose him. But wait.
So because you choose to be in a relationship with a man, you should be submitting to him. Oh, Lord, I wish y'all would stop having this submission conversation. I really do. I'm so tired of it because I feel like I don't care what y'all are talking about. I think, when I was younger, I used to try to wrap my mind around that stupid shit. But now that I'm older, I've been like, I don't need to submit to anybody. Because to me, the submission part means y'all don't get along. And you have to acquiesce in order for y'all to be okay. And that's usually what ends up happening. Women just keep swallowing and eating shit and eating shit and eating shit for the man's ego. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I think is going on. DeAndre is having a hard time with the fact that his wife is doing exceptionally well as a director and is doing well in her career, probably better than she's ever done before. And he may not be on the uptick the way he was back in the day. Okay. And so to me, what it seems like he's probably asking of her is for her to shrink and make herself smaller, submit, so that he can feel like a big man in this household where his wife might be the breadwinner or the one that's more, successful right now. So this interview is a passive aggressive way to tell Sally that that she needs to be submitting to him. That's really what this is.
Are we submitting to each to? Am I submitting to him?
Hold on. I'm getting ready to get. Hold on. I'm gonna give it to you right now. Watch
no,
this.
For real. I die a slow death. I think that's something like that blows it so out of proportion. It's ridiculous. You die a slow death. That tells me that you care so heavily about keeping this patriarchal, hierarchical, oppressive ass system together. That's what that's the only thing that tells me about him.
I know.
No. We're submitting to each other. We're submitting to the mission. Because now watch this. If you tell me that you can't submit to me when all I do all day, every day, is submit to you, let me ask you a question, Mike. Who sets the thermostat in your house?
I do.
Okay. Who is the one?
Oh, you know why? You know why? Because he was looking for Mike to say that all of these things were the woman. He thinks that Egypt has the same type of power in their dynamic as the two of them have. He's about to do this man-to-man thing. Hey, bruh, don't they be running shit all the time and you just tired of you know, submitting to them all the time? He's about to act like submitting to her is the house being at the temperature that she wants it to be at. But it's probably because she's going through menopause and she probably has a lot of you know, the flare-ups with the heat and all of that. So as a man, you're about to complain about your 50-something-year-old woman your wife having the control over the thermostat when she probably gets hot flashes all the time. See, I'm too smart for stupid conversations like this.
Who makes the primary decisions about comfort in the house?
I do.
You do that? Okay, so
because he was really looking for it to be Egypt, because the woman is the one, right? Because y'all already set us up. This is how they always setting you up to corner you into something. They prescribe women as the ones that create the space and create the comfort and all of that. And then when they want to use it against you, right? You need for her to do these things because you can't do them. She does them. And now you can say she's in control of everything.
who is the person that normally on the normal
way she is sitting here looking at him, allowing him to do this, like just letting girl, I hope you're saying in your mind that I'm about to start figuring out how to divorce you. I hope that's what she's saying in her mind right now as she's looking at this nigga.
circumstances, are you more worried about her comfort or is she more worried about your comfort?
It goes both ways.
Okay. Would you say that you're more worried about, would you say that you're more worried about her
Egypt is getting tired at this point. Egypt is getting tired at this point.
being comfortable?
Definitely.
Of course. Of course. Wait.
Sandra.
I'm helping all of this. What I'm saying to you is that we submit.
They're all placating him in this moment. I don't know if y'all are peeping it, but everybody is placating his emotions because what is the point you're trying to make?
To the comfort of our wives all day, every day.
If you complain about the fact that you seek you're trying to make sure your wife is comfortable, and I don't even believe that. I don't believe that for a second. If that lady had to give you sex so you could stop pouting, I don't believe for a second that everything in that house is about her comfort and her comfort only, because she wouldn't be fucking you to make you happy if it was about her comfort. She wouldn't be fucking you until y'all had a conversation and she wanted to fuck you. Instead of it being like, prescription for you acting like a child. It's, here's some coochie. I feel like whenever men talk like this about marriage, like, I'm always trying to make sure you comfortable, as if she also doesn't do the same thing for you, like him saying that's another reason why I would want him to go and be single. I would want a divorce. Because whenever men start complaining about what they have to do for a wife, that lets me know that you don't want one. You don't want one. And see, this conversation right here, I'm going to find that Slumdog, because they still arguing with me about that since the beginning. But let me find that other clip, y'all. We're going to hold up. Watch this.
And
that's the way it's supposed to be.
It is, but it acknowledges something.
You should.
I'm not arguing.
So now it should be a dance.
So let me say,
she has to say, I'm not arguing. This lady is not even his fucking wife, and she has to let him know I'm not arguing. You have to see how defensive people can, why are you so angry? Why are you so defensive?
I stand in agreement. There's not been one thing said here thus far that I disagree with,
so
except for the
down.
fact that I believe that many people frown, like right when you said the word submission. We had some people like, well, hell.
Of course.
But many people frown because they're afraid of the word submission, as if it means that I should diminish myself, be less of myself.
Because that's exactly what it means. Because that's exactly what it means to diminish yourself. That's what it means. Sorry.
That's not what submit means.
In order for you to accept me as a woman.
Okay,
hold on. In order for me to rest in my softness, that means that I have to submit and hand power over. I just want to emphasize that that's not what it means. I think that we struggle early on in our relationship with my interpretation, because no one taught me, is that that is what it meant. But when you lead with love,
that's right.
And you really say, what matters more than being right is that we stay together and
yeah, no, I don't think that y'all staying together is all that should matter, because then that means that you're going to ignore not being happy so that y'all can stay together. I think it should be about what's healthy for each individual person and y'all as a couple. If being together is what's healthy for everybody, then great. But if being together is not healthy, I don't agree that everything should be about y'all staying together. Because honestly, y'all stay in marriages way too long. I don't even think Sally needs to be married to this nigga. He's sitting up here married to this lady all these motherfucking years talking like this.
And we believe in what we're building here. Right. I can submit. He can submit. We both submit to the relationship.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because we submit to God.
And I'd like to say,
y'all, I know y'all want to make that make sense. I know y'all want to make that make sense. I know I see y'all in the comments. Y'all really want Egypt to be right. It's bullshit. We're not the wording of, no, we don't have to submit to each other. It's called compromise. It's called cooperate. It's not submission. I'm not submitting myself. I'm cooperating.
because just in case y'all edit this and people go, did you see her go like this in the water while he was saying that? Because, you know, they will see that. Be like, did you see her eyes? It was like that. Early on in our relationship, we both had to learn what that word meant.
Yes.
And what being a man and a husband in a relationship really meant, and what that meant for me as a woman, and what maybe, because you're saying that both of you didn't have your fathers in your lives, what you thought manhood was going to be, and what being a husband was supposed to be, and what a wife was supposed to be, and how she was supposed to act, you had to learn that maybe some of those preconceptions were wrong.
Right.
And learn what that meant for you, and how, you know, and that's where we struggled in the beginning. And I had to have some of those lessons too, so that we could both find a way to come together and be a team. So I just want to clarify.
It sounds like what we're doing is
you wanted to clean it up and not make it sound as if you're over there paying the bills and submitting to a man who comes onto a podcast to have a temper tantrum in front of the world about what's going on in y'all's relationship.
And let's get rid of ego.
Well, because I know every single friend of mine is like, Sally's out here submitting. I just wanted, because of what people think of that, and so just so when the internet sees,
all right, we get it. There are two.
He doing too much. Oh, we get it. No, nigga, what we don't get is you. That's what we don't get. That's what we don't get. Okay? That's what we don't get. But hold up, y'all. I was trying to find Slumflower. Okay? Because I heard Erica talking about it earlier, and it's an old clip from Slumflower's podcast where she's talking about as a married woman, you always have to, you know, you should have it in your mind that your spouse has to always feel that they should be vying for your affections. It is not because there is actually another person for them to compete with, because in real life, like, no person can be replaced like that, right? I'm trying to find it. Why is it doing this? Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find it.
You can tell that a man believes you're not going anywhere by how comfortable he is in his fiend incompetence.
Oh, so I forgot where they posted it at, but this not the clip, but this is a similar one. But she talks about how you have to keep these niggas on their toes. And so many women are in the comments crashing the fuck out because no, you can't be letting your man think that you might leave him. Why? They threaten y'all with cheating on y'all if y'all not giving up pussy every day. Every day you getting threatened with being cheated on if you not fucking and sucking enough. So why can't they feel like if you don't treat me well, I won't stay? I'm so confused.
Because a man who thinks that you might leave if you start to see him as incompetent is a man who would never allow you to see him as incompetent, because that means that he's putting himself in a position where he stands to risk losing you. He knows that incompetence would turn you off.
And to me, Sally and the rest of them women, like, I don't know about Egypt's relationship. I'm gonna leave y'all alone about Egypt's relationship, but I can see that man. I can see that man. Okay? I don't know if she can see him. Maybe she does, you know. Straight people marry gay people all the time. Anyway, I don't know those people. It's a joke. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. Let's get back to this because I completely took myself away in that moment.
And
okay, yes. DeAndre is acting like somebody who is not scared that their wife will leave him. The reason why he's up there talking about her, like literally being an asshole in that podcast, is because he's not scared to lose her. That's the reason why he's acting like that. And I feel like a lot of the times the tricks that men use to control women actually work best on them. That's what I think. And so because men always have an air about them of take it or leave it with women, I feel like women should have that exact same take it or leave it. And there were so many women in the comments that were like, girl, you might lose your husband. And I'm just kind of like, so? Now what? What, am I going to die or something?
he doesn't want you to see him as incompetent, because if you see him as incompetent, then you wouldn't desire him anymore, and he knows that you're the kind of woman that would move on, because in the past you've moved on, so he knows what you're capable of. But men know that once they marry you, you're not going anywhere. The reason they're confident that you're not going anywhere is because a lot of women, they marry for love. In fact, most women...
No, it was just a joke, pen pal. I don't know them. I have never seen that man before in my life. I don't know him. But he reminded me of somebody. I'm going to pull it up. So y'all can see who he reminded me of and why I said that. It was just a joke.
And marry for love. So when you've married for love, you haven't legally advocated for yourself. Okay. Therefore, it is technically easier to stay in the thing you're unhappy in than to get a divorce. Because if you divorce him and you happen to be the breadwinning woman, he's getting half of the money that you worked so hard for. And I think that's really embarrassing. I think that's really, really embarrassing as a woman for a man to get your money. Just the idea of a man receiving money from a woman, it disgusts me to my core. I don't know how I would live with myself as a woman if I was having to pay child support to a man. First of all, what is even going to put me in a situation where I'm marrying a man who I have more money than? I wouldn't do it. There's no amount of love on this earth that's enough for me to do that. I'm so sorry. You can tell.
And to me, she says that, right? She says that. That is obviously not what I did, okay? We were on the same level. But essentially, I respect her saying that for herself. I don't get upset about it. It doesn't bother me. It's just like, okay, great. Y'all be online like losing your shit when women tell y'all what they do and how they want to move. You know what I mean? As if your way is the only way. I appreciate her for what she said, because I pretty much can bet you that woman is going to always end up with a man that's going to give what she wants. And if not, she's going to move on. Right? But if y'all wanted to see who that man reminds me of. Y'all wanted to see who that man remind me. Again, I don't know them people, y'all. This is who he reminded me of.
What in the butt? I said what in the butt? I said what in the butt?
Like, no, y'all don't see the resemblance? It's just me? It's probably just me.
Said what in the butt? You
okay.
Want to do in my butt? In my butt?
Listen, do y'all remember this back in the day? What?
I feel you watching me.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Erica. I'm about to pull that up. But yeah, that's what he reminded me of. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know everybody's gonna be upset at me because y'all know y'all love y'all a good marriage. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all love y'all a good marriage. And if I tell y'all, something y'all don't want to hear about somebody, that y'all like, I know y'all get real mad at me. But that's what I saw. That is what I saw when I saw him there. Hey, Erica girl. Oh, you ain't never seen that? Oh my God. What in the butt? What in the butt. You want to do it in my. It was a huge thing online back in the day, like right before I got on YouTube. That was like a huge thing. Yeah, this man right here, that man right there. All right, let's get into the clip I was telling y'all about.
The mistake women make. You marry him and now you're always undressing in front of him. You marry him and now you're always in the house 24/7 where he can see you. You marry him and he always knows where you are. You marry him and he always knows what you're up to. That's boring. It's boring. And I know that sounds really horrible to say because a lot of women just want to be a homebody. They just want to be comfy and not have to do anything and just chill. And that's fine if you're single. But if I was married to my husband, I would still have my hobbies. I would not be telling him everything I'm up to. I'll be leaving the house looking good. So that he constantly feels like he has to keep my attention. A lot of people will disagree with that and say that when you're married, why should you make your partner compete for your love? You're marrying a man. Men thrive when there's competition. Men are in competition with other men. And I believe your husband should never stop competing for your heart. He needs to remember why he's your husband. He needs to understand that if he wants to remain your husband, then he needs to keep on pulling it out of the bag. And if you can't do that anymore, you're leaving with half.
So first comment, please ladies, don't take this advice. You will lose your husband. I have been in my marriage for over 18 years, and please believe me, when you are under your husband covering, he wants to know where you are and what you are doing and how you feel. This young lady doesn't know anything about marriage. I know about marriage. I feel like I know a lot about marriage, not only because I'm married, but because my parents were married and my grandparents were married and my aunts and my uncles and my cousins, everybody, my sister, everybody's been married, girl. My brother, everybody's been married, girl. For the most part, everybody's been married. We can see marriages. I've been in people's house as a child, grew up, my mama's friends. I would be at their house enough to see what was going on in their households. Got a little glimpse at some of their marriages. We don't have to be married in order to see and understand what's happening in marriage. You really have to experience it in order to understand what it's like to actually be in it. Yes. But it's weird the way y'all act like, oh, because you ain't married. Girl, let me tell y'all something. It took me years to figure out what this young woman is saying is absolutely right. And that's because I didn't have anybody give me that smart ass advice. I had people telling me to be scratching and surviving good times, trying to keep a nigga, instead of just working on myself for real and then being like, well, this is what my standard is. This is what I want. And if you can't accomplish it, then how valuable are you? Because if I can do it by myself, what do I need you for? Oh, okay. So whoever this lady is, first of all, I want to say this about this woman. Hold up. Let me move myself a little bit down so y'all could see the comments, because we about to talk about these comments. Because I was listening to Erica and I was like, ooh, girl, they pissing me off. So this first lady, please don't take this advice. You will lose your husband. Ma'am, I can tell that you don't know what you're doing in your marriage because you think that that's how you should be thinking. The way you should be thinking as a wife, and I'm talking about as a wife, the way you should be thinking about it is they can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Especially once you've already done the things. You've already sacrificed. You've already done, you've cooked, you've cleaned, you fucked, you've been the wife. And they still, in some ways, are not like showing up in a way that you need them to show up. You must want to be single. You have to stop being afraid of being single so people can stop holding marriage over your head. And so to me, this woman, first of all, I can't listen to anything you say because it sounds like you're being controlled and you're probably in some type of abusive relationship. She said, when you are under your husband's covering, he wants to know where you are and what you doing and how you feel. So your man is keeping tabs on you and you've romanticized that. You romanticized how he keeps control of you because that's what's easier for him. Yeah. I remember my mom had to eventually like get out of the fear. She would start to feel anxiety. My dad's been dead for a long time. She recently realized that she would be in a store sometimes in the middle of the day and feel this anxiety like she needed to hurry up and go home because she would have to call my dad every hour. No. No, you're right. I would rather lose my husband. I would rather lose my husband. I would rather lose my husband than to live like that. Let's continue. All this marriage advice from the non-married. Well, do you want it from the people in the marriages that are lying in order to keep up appearances? I wouldn't, like, to me, it's hard to trust married people's advice because their advice is predicated off their relationship being something that should be, pictured after. Right? They want you to think that their marriage is a good depiction of marriage. So why would you trust the advice that they give you? I'm sorry. Most married people do not give good advice on relationships or marriages. They don't. They don't. Y'all not tired of sabotaging your relationships with bad advice? This is not bad advice. They are so upset. They're so upset. I feel like if this is what makes you lose the relationship, the man actually valuing you, like the man actually treating you like he's always trying to make sure that you know that you're loved and you're appreciated. If you don't think that's the way your relationship is supposed to go, I don't think you should be married. I think you should be married, but I don't think you should be married because you're basic, like you don't know any better. That lady talking about, oh, I've been married for 18 years and you still don't know any better. You still don't know any better. Men gotta compete every day in the world, come home and compete again. Yes. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Do you want women to be like keeping themselves up and looking good and making sure men stay happy in the household? Isn't that what y'all want? So why is it that a man should be able to go out into the world and then come back in the household and do nothing to prove himself to his wife, but his wife got to be out in the world working, come in a household and be cleaning and having kids and shit, and what? And what? She just gets whatever's left over? Because the competition in their mind means that I always know that if I don't treat her right, she'll leave me. If I don't treat her good, she'll leave me. Yeah, they need to think like that, y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. Men need to think that way because eventually what they do is they get lazy, and what you allow is what they do. That's just, I'm sorry. If y'all could prove to me men that work differently, great. But most of the time, how you allow them to treat you, if you consistently allow them to not do their part, you're always doing everything for them. They're never really making any efforts with you. Look at Married to Medicine. Fucking lady is up there complaining about a nigga not throwing her a party and been together for 20 years and he ain't never thrown her a party. Something that she continuously has asked for, something that's not even that hard to do. Once you recognize that men will refuse to do the smallest things for you simply so that they can make sure they have power in the situation because they're children, essentially. I know y'all be wanting to think that men are grown and all of that, but emotionally, men act like children a lot of the time. A lot of the time. You have to keep a level. And this is, to me, what she's talking about. It's not that you got your man thinking that you out here cheating on him. No, but have a level of independence. Keep your hobbies. Keep your friends. Keep your life somewhat to yourself. Keep things for yourself. Keep some of your love for yourself. You, as a woman, because a lot of the times we are the ones giving, you have to keep for yourself and you have to divvy out as you see fit. That's your role as a woman. You can't, like, I can't trust these niggas. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you have to be the one that decides how the shit is going to go. Because if you let them decide, girl, okay. Okay, girl, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all want to do. Okay? I'm going to let y'all do what y'all want to do. Shut down all podcasts immediately. This was absolutely great advice. Makes sense why she's not married. Like they're all, when I tell you they so in their feelings, they are so upset and in their feelings about this. He said, fellas, always remember you marry the mindset of a person and everything else moves accordingly. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not competing with no woman, and I would never make my husband feel like he has to compete with another man. What the fuck? Yeah, y'all are like, see this, all of the shit that she said, she fully explained it, right? It's not about another, like cheating. It's not about having another person there. That's not what she's saying. And they're not understanding it because they don't want to, because like the brainwashing makes you have this like guttural reaction that's like with anger, like, no, you know what I'm saying? This Slumflower is literally one of the smartest women. Like most of the things she says, I fully agree with. Even if I don't like, follow the same, the rule book completely, I still agree with what she says and her doing what she wants to do. So if she don't want to be with a man that don't make more money, like that, girl, I'm about to argue about another woman about what she wants to do. You should. If you want to be with a man that make more money than you, then girl, go get you a man that make more money than you. They're out here. We live in a patriarchy. They should be. Like, they are losing their mind in the comments over this old clip. And I remember when I commented on her original clip, people were commenting on that for months because I said as a married woman, she's 100% right, because she is. Because I didn't start really, really enjoying this shit until my mind changed about certain things. And then it was like, oh, well, I could have did this a long time ago. I'm just saying, y'all could be out here miserable in these marriages all y'all want to. That's y'all fucking business. That's y'all business. I ain't finna argue with you about it. It really don't matter to me. But I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say up here. We gonna talk about it, right? We gonna talk about it. Last two topics. Thank y'all for coming today. I appreciate it. I know everybody's still in the holidays and it's Friday, and Friday, everybody going out and shit. So y'all make sure y'all be safe out there. Thank y'all for coming through today.
I remember Riley saying to me one time, she was asking me about, who she was getting at the age. I guess she was like, 5, 6 or whatever, which, kids these days, they be picking up on things.
Hey, no.
So she was like, I should be able to meet who you're dating. And I was like, well, it's just a friend or whatever. She was like, no. She was like, if they're just your friend, I should be able to meet them. And I was like, yeah, but they ain't that serious or whatever. She was like, no, I feel like I should meet them before you get serious, because I don't want you to start liking them too much to where they would, where you wouldn't care about how I feel.
I'm gonna do the super chat.
Yes.
Jeez.
But I got what she was saying, because you know how I've seen other women, they find themselves so in love with this dude that, just because their kids don't necessarily like the person or that person isn't nice to their children, they be overlooking things because they so crazy about the guy. Mm-hmm. But if you already know from the jump that, oh, he's not really good with kids, or, he ain't really nice around children or whatever, then you probably wouldn't get that far with them.
Okay. So I thought this was a very good conversation, because I literally just said, remember on that other post we was talking about with that weird ass violent nigga, the boxer, that I was saying I wish women would just have their relationships with these men and just, stay single. Like, have your relationship, go out with him, but don't bring him around your kids. Don't bring him into your household. Don't blend households. Just live your life, right? And date him and have a good time with him. And if y'all want to be monogamous, great. But I don't think y'all should live in the same house. The reason why I wish that more women would do that is because most of these men are not equipped to blend families, and they just want to come into your house and control shit. And how that ends up making the children that are already there feel is extremely traumatic. And I don't care what nobody talking about. I think women so often want a fairy tale way more than they want to make sure their children stay safe and healthy and have a comfortable home that they can live in without walking on eggshells. And so many, I feel like, single mothers, because they think that having a man in a household is better, and they were told that. That's a lie, but they were told that. So every time they think they done found a man, they want to bring the nigga into they want to bring the nigga into their household. And then the nigga is not really good for the household. He don't really care about nobody but himself. He don't really care about the kids like that, right? And so I do feel like, from Riley's standpoint, if you're going to eventually bring him into the household, I should meet him early on. That way we'll know if he's worthy of you actually falling in love with him or not. I understood where Riley was coming from, but I would prefer for y'all not to even do like bringing niggas into the house with your kids. Wait till your kids are adults. Wait till your kids are adults and have moved out of the house. Do not have them niggas laying up in your fucking house around your children, especially like, because I see this a lot, you know what I'm saying? In the lower demographics, girl, y'all love to go to work and leave y'all children in a house with a nigga that y'all don't really know like that, but y'all all in love and been fucking for free, for 3 weeks, 3 months or something like that. And now you got this nigga watching your child, right? While you at work, he laying on the sofa, making your fucking teenage daughter feel uncomfortable. So for me, and I bet you any money, if Candy would have like did that, not married Todd, just kept dating him, kept enjoying time with him, even if they had decided to have children together. You want to be a sperm donor so we can have some children together? But I bet you if they had not gotten married, he wouldn't have wanted to have more children. But I just feel like I really wish that Candy would have not been one of those, you know what I mean? Because, like, look at this situation. Y'all look at this shit show of a fucking situation. This man running for that girl pockets like that after all of these years. You know what I mean? Like, and this could have been avoided if she had not wanted to marry him and bring him into the household. It could have been avoided. Like, that's why I said what I said. That's why I said what I said on this post. And the niggas in the comments losing their mind. And I don't understand why they so upset with me in the comments, because so many of y'all niggas talk all the time about how y'all don't want to be stepdaddies, and being stepdaddies is a thankless job and all of that shit. That's why I said, okay, I wish that women would stop moving y'all in and trying to create stepdaddies out y'all puss-ass niggas. I wish that they would date y'all, have a good time with y'all, and take their asses home to their children. They are in the comments mad because that's what I said. So what would you wish men would do? Just give them grace without them giving the man the same grace? I don't know what the fuck this person is talking about. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What would I tell the man to do? I wouldn't tell the man to do shit. Because this is not a conversation for the man. I already said in a comment, have patience. And if you don't have patience, then no, nobody needs to be dealing with you. Exactly. These boys have no emotional intelligence. That's what somebody said. These comments from women are like birth control to single men thinking about dating a single mother. That's great. Don't date a single mother. Don't. Stay away from them. Nobody gives a fuck. If that's how you feel, it's best for you to stay away. It is not normal. It is normal. It is normal for some. They say stop normalizing lack of morality. So you think that it's lacking in morality for a kid to tell you that you aren't their parent when you aren't their parent? Did the child ever tell his mom she's not his mother? No, because that's his mother. Are you fucking like, oh my God, y'all, we have to embarrass people sometimes. And the account is always private. But it's always a dusty ass nigga. It's always a dusty ass nigga. I'm like, why are y'all mad about what I said? Why are y'all mad about what I said? I said that I wish women would stop bringing y'all into the household. Stop trying to make y'all stepdaddies. Just let y'all niggas be out here. Nah, B, that hit in the gut. Imagine you being a stepmom and you going out yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. They're children. I don't have to imagine it. It happened in my family. They are children that are trying to cope with the uncomfortable situation, and y'all are mad at children like they are adults. talking about 9B. That hit the grow the fuck up. They're a child. Grow up. Hold up. Let me comment. That's why I said they are a kid. Because they should not be held, to the same standard as an adult. As an adult, collect your fucking feelings and either have patience or stop trying to be stepdaddies who just want control over other people's kids. Okay? That's how I feel. Stop trying to shoplift the pootie. Hold up. It is normal because it happens all the time. Telling someone the truth is not them lacking in morality. You are delusional. Don't date single mothers. Who else wants some? Bondy, I love you and mostly agree with you on many things, but this ain't it. He would never say this to his mother. Some things become normal if you normalize it. He wouldn't say it to his mother because that is his mother. Kids have a hard time when new adults come into the household. I do not understand why this is lost on y'all. Children need patience. Like I said. Like, do I keep talking to stupid motherfuckers all day? I don't have time for that. But yeah, y'all, that's why I said what I said. That's why I said what I said, and I stand on it. And you don't have to agree with me, and I don't give a fuck about you agreeing with me. Honestly, most of the time when I say shit and y'all don't agree with it, I feel like y'all don't fully understand what the fuck I'm talking about anyway, because you think it's disrespectful. I'm saying that usually a child is already having a hard time coping with a new person in the household. If the person is an abusive man, of course they're not gonna like him. Because he's going to come in asserting dominance over children that he doesn't even know, that don't know him. And y'all expect children to fall in line because you're dick whipped over an abusive nigga. You cannot agree with me. I don't care. Most of y'all kids hate y'all anyway. It doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Tyler Perry. And I tell y'all, you can't trust niggas because they color in their beards. You can't trust niggas because they're coloring their beards. Tyler Perry is facing a new lawsuit from an actor who appeared in Boo, a Madea Halloween, with the accuser alleging years of sexual assault and battery. Actor Mario Rodriguez filed the complaint seeking at least $77 million in damages from Perry and Lionsgate, the film's distributor. Rodriguez claims Perry subjected him to repeated unwanted sexual advances at Perry's Los Angeles home, including a 2018 incident in which Perry allegedly tightly hugged him and grabbed his penis. We know about this. Perry has denied the allegations. His attorney, Alex Spiro, dismissed the lawsuit as baseless, telling The Hollywood Reporter, having recently failed in another matter against Mr. Perry, the very same lawyer has now made yet another demand from more than a decade ago, which will also be a failed money grab. That's how y'all always view everything, like a failed money grab, instead of viewing him like the creepy old nigga that people have been telling y'all about for years. This is the second lawsuit accusing Perry of abusing his power in Hollywood. In June, actor Derek Dixon, so this is a totally different person. Okay. Derek Dixon, who appeared in The Oval and Rootless, sued Perry, alleging he was pinned against the wall and groped. Rodriguez's lawsuit brings claims of sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, and also accuses Lionsgate of allegedly turning a blind eye to Perry's conduct. I don't know why they're saying it like it's been resolved. That last lawsuit hasn't been resolved as far as I was concerned. That shit wasn't thrown out, was it? I don't know if they mean like failed. I don't recall reading that was thrown out. Rodriguez claims his connection to Perry began in 2014 after a gym trainer at an Equinox in LA allegedly told him Perry wanted his number to discuss an acting role. Let me tell y'all something. If Tyler Perry wants your ass, if he wants your bussy, he gonna offer you a job. He gonna offer you a job. That makes me think about all of them poor men on sisters. Who knows what them poor men have been subjected to on sisters because of fucking Tyler Perry. My God. I will never forget Duval crying about how tired he is. Anyway, Duval. So Rodriguez claimed, okay, hold on. I read all of that. Rodriguez says he was invited to Perry's home, where Perry allegedly rubbed his inner thigh near his genitals and told him, man, if you would just come, I would take care of you for the rest of your life. I know you'll come around. Sound like the type of nigga that like to suck your dick for fun. That's all they want to do is suck your dick. Please let me suck your dick. He alleges the encounters continued after filming Wrapped, including a 2018 incident following dinner at Maestro's Steakhouse, where Perry allegedly attempted to unbuckle Rodriguez's pants and reach into his underwear while saying, "Stay here, stay here." Let's see. Rodriguez also claims Perry later apologized and gave him $5,000, with a similar alleged incident occurring again in 2019, followed by another $5,000 payment. See, this is why you can't take the money sometimes and stay around them, because they're going to keep trying you and they feel like, I want to touch you against your will. So I'll just, touch you against your will and then I'll give you some money for it later. And I'm not mad at victims for taking money. I'm never mad at victims for taking money. But, you got to remove yourself. You got to remove yourself. They're going to keep trying you. He apologized. I'm sure he believed that, he's sorry. I want this job. I want this opportunity. Everybody trying to get paid. And also everybody is trying to steal sex from people. Everybody's trying to dominate everybody. Why don't they ever file criminal charges? You can do both, Why do you care? Why do you care that they file criminal charges? Especially if they've already gone to a lawyer and a lawyer tells them that it's hard to prove. And so they probably really don't have a case that the police can do anything with. So the only other thing they can do is go civil. How do you know that hasn't already been discussed? Why do y'all always have an automatic response that something is a money grab, no matter how much somebody tends to be a fucking creep? People have been telling y'all that Tyler Perry is in Medea costume touching motherfuckers' dicks for years. People have been saying that before these two men ever came out and said anything. The people on Boondocks told us. Repeated, or you took part in some activity you are too embarrassed to admit. Y'all see? This is the same reason why I did not like that commentary that everybody had about Jordan Pauline talking about, oh, you just embarrassed and now you don't want to admit that he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to say anything, y'all. Nobody knew that this was happening to this man. You took part in some activity you too embarrassed to admit. Once the payoff didn't equal the actions you took part in, now it's sexual advances. Look how they automatically create something. A person gave an entire breakdown of what happened, and you still want to create a narrative that makes the victim of the abuse seem like somebody that's just trying to capitalize off this person being a creep. And what I want to tell you is, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. A lot of people don't tell because they're scared. Like, I hate the way y'all act like people aren't sexually harassed on jobs all the time and people don't say anything. I believe it, but people ignoring because he's so generous and rich, but weren't all the predators. I don't know, write that again. Stop taking workers and co-workers to your house. It never ends well. As the boss and see, this is the thing. Y'all really think that y'all are giving a man advice on how to stop getting taken advantage of. And it's the weirdest thing. That's how you know we live in an upside down world. People sexually assault somebody, create the dynamic to do so, offer them a job, invite them to the house. The person says, oh, they tried to sexually assault me. And y'all are in the comments talking, like trying to tell him how not to be accused of sexual assault, as if he did not plan it that way so that he could sexually assault them. I think everybody's slow at this point. Years, but you returned, never walked away. Oh, okay. See? It's just like clockwork. We're going to get the same responses every time somebody gets accused of something. The same responses. You didn't leave. You stayed. You didn't call the police. You weren't scared enough. You took the money. Oh, you did something and now you feel ashamed. I'm telling y'all, if I feel ashamed of having sex with somebody, they assaulted me. I'm not saying the allegations are true, but why are you at his house? Y'all act like people don't invite, like, especially in Hollywood. Entertainment is like most of the deals that happen in entertainment happen on the off hours. It's people forming relationships. And, you know, oh, you might be great for this role. I know somebody might be great for that role. I'll bring them over and you can meet them. They're great for this role. Da-da-da-da. Like that happens all the time. It's not weird for somebody to go to a person's house. It's just really not in that industry. It's not. It happens all the time. The issue comes in is because people want these opportunities because we live in a fucked up society. People are desperate. And because people are desperate, they will put themselves in harm's way. And then y'all will say that's why they deserve to get hurt, because they wanted their dream to happen so fast. You didn't care about it when you went over there and all of this dumb shit. Like the person that actually thought to themselves, I'm going to try to coerce sex out of that person. I know they probably wouldn't fuck me if I just, you know, tried to take them out. So I'm going to offer them a job or some money and hopefully they'll have sex with me. And I'm going to like put my hands on them without their consent. I'm going to be touching them. I'm going to be like really coming on to them. And I'm going to dangle a job in front of their face. And hopefully if they fuck me, they can get the job. Yeah, y'all, that's weird. That's weird. That's predatory. At this point, Tyler Perry is a predator if that's what he's doing. Like, it's not, oh, everybody's trying to get money off you. If you weren't a predator, then people wouldn't be able to set you up for predatory shit. You see how that works? Nobody's setting these niggas up. Like, I'm so tired of y'all. Y'all really think that everybody is being set up instead of thinking that people are creeps. People like to dominate other people. People like to coerce people out of sex. Like, why is this so hard? Why is this? It's like it don't matter how many examples y'all see. This is a man saying this. This is a man saying this about Tyler Perry. And y'all are still up there. Look, just trying to come up with all types of reasons for why Tyler, you know, this isn't true and everything. Everybody trying to get a woman. Olivia Pope named herself Olivia Pope. Bitch can't be too much like Olivia Pope. Look, woman of God, wife. That's the first thing, right? This is why, it's another reason why I don't use being a wife as some type of like badge of honor that a lot of y'all seem to. And it's because a lot of the times when y'all do shit like this, when I go to y'all page and the first thing is that y'all are like a wife and a woman of God and all of that, and then we come back to a comment you've made on something and you're everybody trying to get paid. No empathy, no real thought, no Olivia Pokeness about the situation whatsoever. Just automatically after looking and reading, probably not even reading the full paragraph, just looking, oh, everybody's just trying to get their money. Mind you, woman of God, mother, and a wife, right? So that's supposed to mean that you're elevated in our hierarchical system. But really what that means is you don't have to care about anything that's happening to anybody except you, right? See, that's why you being a woman of God and you being a wife don't mean shit to me. Because this is the type of people y'all show up to be. People that really just, you know, make excuses for abusers and be online telling everybody about how victims are not victims and they just want money, instead of recognizing that a nigga that is coloring his beard and giving money to weird niggas at church. Like, Tyler Perry has done so much shit for y'all to be able to look at him and be like, that nigga's a weirdo, and y'all will still automatically be in the comments doing exactly what the you know, higher ups, the 1% want y'all to do, make excuses for people that are richer than you to abuse other people. That's exactly what y'all are here to do. So I guess it's great that everybody's on their job. Everybody is out there making sure that they trigger abuse victims and assault victims and tell everybody that nobody believes you, even though most of these niggas are sexually deviant and we know they're sexually deviant, and you can call them freaks, you can call them gay, you can say all of that, but you will keep ignoring the fact that they do all of this without consent. So let's move on. Last thing, and I'm getting off of here. Krishan Rock appears to respond to critics with religious posts after backlash over skipping Christmas traditions with Junior. She said, Santa Claus isn't coming. Jesus Christ is. I hate her. 6 a.m. mile run, right? Because she's supposed to be training to be a boxer. So she put her baby so that she could run with him up a hill.
We outside, man.
Merry Christmas.
Get to it. Merry Christmas. Get to it, man. No.
Do y'all see a baby bag? Do y'all see a baby bag? How long are y'all gonna be running up that mountain? Is there a bottle in there or a change of diapers or anything for the baby?
Excuses out here. Working time. Let's go. Man, keep going, man. Get there.
Child abuse.
Krishan.
Child abuse. Child abuse. Child abuse. Oh, look at her. She's running fast. Child abuse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what y'all see how rocky the ground is? I hope the baby not in there. Y'all, I bet you, who else is watching the baby right now? The baby is in there. The baby is in there. Look. At least she's with her son. Y'all complain about everything. Let's go see their private. Of course. But you're a girl in some too tight jeans standing outside of a car. Okay. Okay, girl. Queen Lotus said folks just want a reason to drag her at this point. I mean, I feel like we don't have to look that hard, boo. Whoop-de-doo. Not everyone celebrates, so what? You know what? I think it's because y'all just seeing this and y'all didn't see this part. That's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that everybody just saw the we not celebrating Christmas thing. And y'all forgot about how problematic it is for you to be running up a hill with your baby in a bassinet with no fucking baby bag. The baby like 2. The baby, I think it's 2, but the baby is still not standing up on its own, not holding his neck up all the way on his own. You know, Blueface had the baby neck was doing all of this, you know. This looks very unsafe for a child. That's why I said, girl, I don't give a fuck about people's Christmas. Girl, fuck that. This bitch is running up a rocky hill with her baby in a seat. And look, y'all, there's no bag. She got a coat over him, but there's no baby bag. Meaning that how long are y'all going to be out there and you don't have no food in a bag close to that baby? You ain't got no snacks in there for the baby. You ain't got no milk in there for the fucking baby. And y'all up here talking about, oh, y'all just want to be mad at her. We don't. We want somebody to take that fucking child away from her with her abusive, neglectful ass. She only feeds him milk. I mean, what else can the baby eat at this point? The baby probably don't, y'all know when babies be underdeveloped because they mamas be crackheads and shit. Sometimes it be hard for them to swallow and all of that. Because they neck muscles, all that shit go together. So if you ain't take care of the baby, you ain't help the baby build up the neck muscles, then that means it's hard for the baby to chew and swallow food without choking. That's what I would assume. Child abuse. Snacks and milk could be in the stroller. Where? Where do you see it? Where do you see it in the stroller? Where do you think that's and I'm gonna ask you, why would you put it in there with the baby? So if she running up a hill with everything that the baby need in the basket with the baby, And I've heard that she be everywhere with this baby without no fucking baby bag. So that's another thing. It's a jacket, and the jacket is meant to cover the baby. So now you're smothering the fucking baby because you don't want nobody to see the baby, right? Y'all just want to give people allowance. Like, y'all just want to give slow hoes grace. That's what y'all like to do. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all want to give this slow hoe that's abusing this fucking child by neglecting him, not doing what she's supposed to be doing as a fucking parent, but because she running up a fucking hill and making y'all think she about to do something with herself, now all of a sudden we supposed to forget about all the fucking instances of child abuse. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. We are all ugly to somebody. Baby, if you want to believe that if Krishan having a basket, if you look at the bottom of the stroller, look at the front of the stroller. Then if you look at the end of the clip, hold up. The end of the clip, she go to the little thing. Like, this does not look safe. Like, running up this hill, this rocky hill with this baby does not look safe within itself. Like, that looked bad to me all on its own. But y'all up here wanting to, the internet is very real. The internet is very real. This girl is neglecting and abusing that child in front of everybody. Now look, y'all. Look at it next to the thing. Look at it. Okay? There's nothing in it. She got the cover over the baby. Ain't nothing in there. Why would you not put the bag at the bottom? Why would you not put the bag at the bottom? The basket is empty. The stroller empty as hell. Why is she running up a hill with an empty stroller, y'all? Where's the child? I don't care. I'm tired of Krishan. I'm tired of y'all acting like we should keep, supporting her. Keep giving her all this fucking grace. I don't trust that crazy ass bitch. I think that she is abusive to that child. I think y'all are always making excuses for her. And I think it's probably because a lot of y'all have abused y'all children too. And that's y'all business. Y'all children will get y'all back for that later. Don't forget, everybody's going to get old one day. And hopefully, just like she was pushing that child, possibly pushing that child up that motherfucker, pushing your ass down some stairs. All of y'all that's okay with child abuse because y'all don't want to feel bad about neglecting them children, I hope one day they push y'all old asses down a fucking some stairs in a wheelchair. Okay? I'm tired of y'all. I am tired of y'all. I am tired of y'all. The baby is in the stroller. I don't even understand why you would be running up a hill. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck? Girl, let me see if I can find it. Krishan running, baby in a stroller. Krishan running with the baby. Let's see. Krishan posted a throwback of her running with Junior in his stroller. So it seems as if no, y'all, she is running with her baby in the fucking stroller. Hold up. She said Jesus is all she needs. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not all you need. That's not all you need. Y'all sound stupid when y'all say shit like that. You need mental help. Y'all see how it's hot. And y'all see, once again, she running. Ain't no fucking baby bag. This the one we just saw. To me, I saw a baby head in there. I don't know what y'all talk. I just saw that baby head. Shut the fuck up in these comments. Look at that. Y'all saw it? That was a fucking baby in there. Shut the fuck up in these comments telling me ain't no baby in there. That's a motherfucking baby in there. Fuck wrong with y'all? While the kids are waking up to open gifts, Krishan has Junior out from sundown to sun up, running up mountains. This is sad. Yeah, see all of y'all defending this girl, all of y'all up here defending this girl, y'all all need to get the fuck out my comments right now. Get out. You can come back later. You can come back another day. Get the fuck out of here right now. I'm not taking this shit. I'm not taking this shit from y'all. Get out of here. Crazy ass shit. Defending crackheads that's neglecting their damn baby needs right before our goddamn eyes. Y'all in the comments. Because y'all want to like her crazy ass so bad. I don't know why y'all want to like that bitch so bad. She don't like y'all. Oh, is that AI? Yeah, it's AI. Oh, that's terrible that people have to make AI of your baby running. That's sad. That's so sad. And we've been telling y'all that she out here abusing that child. This entire overly religious people always abuse their kids. Something is wrong with them. Overly religious people always abuse their kids. That's what y'all do. If y'all ain't gonna do nothing, y'all gonna abuse y'all kids and then pray about it. Krishan Rock responds to people bashing her for running with her son on Christmas. Let's see what she said. Hold up.
Yeah. Working. Going all the way. Come on, Krishan. We outside, man. Merry Christmas. Get to it. Merry Christmas. Get to it, man. No excuses.
I'm sure she feels proud of herself because whenever you put yourself through something physically painful, as long as you say you're doing it for the Lord, same thing, like doing lashes, right? You're slow, you got a lot of shame and guilt, and you're religious. Her running up and down the fucking mountains with the baby all day like that is equal to her lashing herself like that crazy nigga. Remember off that movie? What's the movie? The what is it called? The Da Vinci Code. That's what she's doing right now.
Here. Working time. Let's go. Man, keep going, man. Get there.
Krishan. Ain't doing none of that. Showing no Christmas tree decorations. Why she ain't doing none of that? But
Cause she don't really care about that little boy.
I do understand what people are saying because Krishan, she literally show her whole life. Like every time she go get a tattoo removal, every time she go out, every time she do anything, she go live and she, you know what I'm saying, be out. Especially when she was in Compton.
No food, water, snacks, nothing.
You know what I'm saying? When she went live after the whole altercation, she always show off everything. So why she ain't show off that? So, even though it's not none of our business, but at the same time, she make it our business. So it's only natural for some people to be like, hold on, you always show.
Ooh, Black Diamond Rose, motherfucker. You right. You are absolutely right that nigga called her washed and said she was fat. And now she running up a fucking mountain so she can prove to him that she's not. I cannot stand you hoes.
Every time you get a Blueface new tattoo or a tattoo removal, or you go live addressing some Blueface said, but when it come to like a holiday, why you ain't show off no Thanksgiving? Why you ain't show off Christmas? Like, the traditional stuff.
No, I don't think she like her baby. I think she abuses the baby. I think she's angry at the baby because the baby is not normal. That's why. And that's why I say people shouldn't be having children, especially ignorant, overly religious, reckless people. Because when a child doesn't respond the way they want them to, they abuse the child.
And that's only gonna make more people to believe that she homeless. And I understand that she working out. Like, this is positive, even though.
Exactly. Automatically, working out is positive. No, it's not. Bitch, you're running. Stop trying to romanticize it. The bitch running. Why are you running?
I don't agree.
Because you want to look good for a nigga that's going to continue to disrespect you and don't really like you like that.
With her running up the hill like that, like, that's a steep hill. Any slip or any big rock, she could trip. The baby could come rolling down. You know what I'm saying? Because even in that clip, I ain't seen nobody running beside her just to make sure Junior was safe. I just seen her running and somebody recording, so I don't agree with that, but shit.
Oh, yeah. What Blueface did was a projection. He fat and out of shape coming out of jail with all them tattoos on his face, making him uglier than he already was on the inside. Now he look like what he looked like on the inside, on the outside. And he had to project that onto his baby mamas and tell them that they were washed up and they were unattractive. And it was probably because when he got out, I think life wasn't the way he would have wanted it to be exactly. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, as long as she's doing something positive.
I wonder why him and Krishan not staying together. Like, she was willing to act like a Labrador retriever.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. What y'all think about this shit, Bobby?
Yeah. So that's that on that. I know a lot of y'all are gonna go and finish abusing y'all kids and then go pray about it. I hope you have the life you deserve. I hate you, motherfuckers. Okay. It's jokes. It's jokes. It's jokes. It's jokes. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Okay, happy holidays. And I'll probably see y'all, before the end of the year, girl. I'll probably be back up here on Monday or something. I'll be back. It's Friday, but just act like it's the weekend. You might see me. You might not. All right, girl, bye.